ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to South Poland Red Riot football, and we got our beauty today. State championship. Oxford Hills going up against our Red Riots right here on Orono Field. What is this? Morse Field. Morse Field up in Orono. We're going to have a big game today. Mooch, we don't know a lot about this Oxford team, but we do know an awful lot about how the Riots played last week.
The Riots have been unbelievable. You know, they have just been playing so well in playoffs. You know, we talk about, you know, going into the playoffs, we talk about season number 2, and I tell you what, season number 2 has just been spectacular. We have just, just been playing, you know, bringing our A game on every level, offensively, defensively. Special teams have been fantastic. We got a beautiful day playing on artificial turf. It almost feels like September, you know, end of September, 1st of October. It's just fantastic weather, so we're looking for a good ball game. And, you know, obviously we're very biased, right, folks? But I look to give South Poland the edge. I think we played a tougher schedule. I think we're very diverse offensively, Mike, and I just look for us to really come out and make an impact and show who we are and our strength immediately.
We don't know too much about the Oxford team, but I think you're right, Mooch. I think we've got probably athleticism going for us, probably overall team speed. They've got obviously some good players. They wouldn't be here. They've also come on strong in the playoffs, but so have we. We didn't peak until last week, at least offensively. Offensively, we could still move more.
We definitely peaked last week, and we put an exclamation point at the end of the Western Maine final last week, just absolutely manhandling Sanford in every aspect of the game. I got to tell you, Bo Vozine, Arthur Dickey, Matt Jones, the guys up front, I mean, just phenomenal. Of course, the linebackers, Mike LeConte and Rusty Rutherford, probably having one of their best games, probably their best game, I would say, of their career. And I think we're going to need that big today, and you hit something right on the head immediately. I think speed's going to be a factor, and I think we got phenomenal athletes. And defensively, I mean, with this turf, I mean, watching the kids play and practice here, I mean, they're liking it, you know. And we definitely have the speed factor on our side. We're just very, very quick off the line. We were quick last week against Sanford defensively. Mike, I think that's going to be a huge key for us this week, getting off the ball quick, and that is going to be a big, big factor.
Yeah, it looks like Oxford, again, probably a little bigger in size than we are. We've been there many, many times before. I don't think that's going to be a concern for the coaches or for the players. But what we're going to see is speed is going to be a factor. We're a little worried about some injuries on this turf, but it is a beautiful surface. Let me tell you, we're out here on it right now, and I think the kids are going to enjoy very much playing on it. The other thing, Mooch, offensively, I don't think we've really gone all the way. The wind's blowing. It's going to probably be mostly a running game today.
We're certainly multifaceted when it comes to offense. We've got 3 running backs that can touch the ball and score from anywhere. You know, obviously led by Matt Tobias. Rusty Rutherford, again, has had a great year, and Brandon McCrossen's played an exceptional, exceptional playoffs. Those guys have really made an impact, too, in the defensive backfield. And we're talking about speed. It's real crucial to have them back there today. And but offensively, we're just moving the ball up front. We're just very strong. Mike LeConte leading the way on the guard traps and pulling around the ends. And I think you're going to see Matt Tobias' best game. He had a great game last week, both Matt and Rusty. Big yardage. But you know what? I think we're going to see their best game today. I think we're just going to unload on Oxford Hills today.
Whereas I thought probably one of our keys in the last couple games was Matt Orlando really getting the passing game moving. He did do that to some extent. He's still got a ways to go, so he's got lots of room to improve, but he is now a threat. But the front line is going to be the key today. Who controls the offensive, defensive lines?
We've played some big lines, as you said already, throughout the entire playoffs, and Western Maine players are just pretty big boys. Yep. And we've had our way up front, and that is going to be a key. But we're just peaking, like you said, offensively. We're peaking. I think we're going to get it done up front today offensively. And Matt Orlando is playing with a tremendous amount of confidence, leading this team. He's a real field general and really has matured, and I think you're going to see his best game today. One thing, too, is Coach Wolfgram's not a stranger to Oxford Hills. Yeah. Played him for 14 years, 10 years, I should say, in Gardner. So obviously he's played in Eastern Maine and played against him. So I think we're going to be well prepared. Coaching, I think, is going to be a factor, and I think we got a huge edge there today. So I'm looking forward to this one. It's going to be great.
We're going to have ourselves a nice crowd here. It's going to look a little small, I think, to some of you at times, but that's because there's just so much room here. But I think we are going to have a good game today. Mooch and I are going to be up in the booth, and it's a very nice booth, by the way. We're going to be up in the booth calling the game, and we'll see you guys all then.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Morse Field here at the University of Maine, Orono. Beautiful Saturday afternoon for the Class A State Football Championship. Mooch Davis along with Mike Bryant bringing to you Riot Time. It's Riot football, Mike, and I tell you what a fantastic day. Got a lot of excited people on both sides of the ball, and man, I think we're pretty excited up here in the booth as well, Mike.
tell you, we're way up here. Them guys look small down there, Mooch, but they look excited as they come running into the field. Cheerleaders put up the paper and says, okay, guys, break the paper. Let's get out here and play ball.
A lot of people on hand. Actually, it's a very good crowd, and we are way up high and got a great view of this beautiful athletic facility. And, you know, a little controversy in terms of getting everyone up here to playing on the AstroTurf and all that kind of thing. But, hey, Mike, we've been out on it, and the players are out there, and they're loving it and having a blast. So it's going to be an electrifying football game.
Absolutely. And the only thing I'm concerned about is there is a potential for injury on a field like this. And I watched already one of the Oxford Hills players kind of twisted his ankle out there during warm-up. So they got to be careful of that. But the kids are excited to play on the Mooch. They want to play on the surface.
They do want to play. And, of course, everyone's sporting sneakers today. And, hey, we got the Red Riots from our hometown, South Portland, Maine, taking on the Oxford Hills Vikings, the Eastern Maine champ. They winner over Waterville last week. And, of course, we tattooed, if you will, Sanford, the defending state champion, to earn the berth and earn the right to come back and play for another gold ball. Number 4 of the 90s, we're hoping. And the Riots, of course, coming in, only lost to Massabesic midway through the season, Mike, losing by a couple of points, actually a field goal. And Oxford Hills having 2 losses and avenging a loss last week against Waterville. And we're almost set to go here for the state Class A high school football game.
You can hear we're on the Oxford side because that's where the booth is, and they're just fired up for their fans. 29 years since they've been to the state championship game. And South Portland, of course, you know well, 4 years now in the 90s that they've been to the state championship.
We're 3-0.
History, we won.
That's right. We're 3-0 when it comes to gold ball, and we'd like to continue that tradition for the 90s today.
Let's make a quick observation. You'll see Ryan Sprague in uniform today,
Which is fantastic.
Which is awesome. He's still injured. He's got a bad knee, but he is going to get a chance to play a little bit. But it'll be sparingly from what we're told.
Yeah, and he said, you know, we talked to him. We're, you know, obviously very fortunate to stay in the same hotel as a team and see some of those players last night and also this morning. And I tell you what, he's one excited young man to be able to suit up for his last senior high school football game and to be able to suit up as a captain and go out for the coin toss. That's an exciting thing. So
we're excited for him too because we want to see everybody get out there. Matt Franny, of course, still bad injury on his knee. He will not be suited up, and I'm sure that he's feeling a little down, but he's cheering his teammates on. I'm sure he wants them to win the gold ball.
Right. The South Portland offense is being introduced on the far side of the field, and they've really come together and they've gelled. Hey, and I want to make this comment too. We watched the films as well on Sunday nights, and a couple of times last week, Mike, I referred to the quarterbacks, receivers, as the skilled positions. And for some of you back home, and especially if your parents saying, well, shoot, my son's a center and he's skilled. And I just want to indicate to you that is just the title that those positions have been given over the years. And it certainly doesn't mean that any position on the field is an unskilled position. It's just what that position has been called for many years, as skilled players. So that one kind of bothered me even as I listened to it, but I just want to give a little bit of explanation concerning that. So.
We like to talk about the linemen. You hear us talk about it. Certainly, when you talk about skill, it takes a lot of skill, and especially when you watch the way our offensive line and defensive line dominated both sides of the line of scrimmage last week, and they just played terrific ball.
They've played incredible. The quarterfinals and the semifinals coming into both games a little bit flat at both games, coming back from 2 touchdown deficits to win. Mike, and then to play the defending champ last week, Sanford, who I think was a little bit cocky coming into South Portland last week. And we just kind of beat up on them. As Rusty Rutherford said, we slapped them around. And, Sanford came out flat. But I don't think you're going to see any emotional let-up by any means by either one of these football teams today.
Absolutely not. They're fired up. We saw the kids from South Portland last night not showing really a lot of pressure on them last night. They seemed relaxed, comfortable at the motel. I watched them a little today. They got some fire in their eyes, and I think the intensity, if they can create the type of intensity that they played with last week, this could be a long day for the Oxford Vikings.
It could be, because we've said, when we take a look at the schedules, and obviously we don't play each other, although if there was a 2 or 3 year window, if you will, where the first couple of games East did play West, and that was kind of exciting. And now we've gone away from that. Excuse me. Gone away from that. So obviously we don't know a whole lot about each other. The good news is they don't know a lot about us either. But I tell you what, folks, I think we've played, Mike, probably as exciting and diverse and wide open, large, big, whatever you want to call them, football team the past 3 weeks, and an Edward Little team, Biddeford, and then obviously Sanford. So I agree with you 100%. If we play with that same intensity, it could be a long day for Oxford Hills.
Well, we're excited. Everybody's getting lined up. We'll have the
national anthem. National anthem is going to be played. I don't know if it's going to be sung or what, but a fantastic day here.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's time. We ask that you all please rise. All who leave our hats.
And we will join the entire crowd of both teams as we enjoy our national anthem.
both bands here. Oxford Hill will play the national anthem. South Portland will actually be doing a halftime show on the field.
We got some exuberant people here as we're about to witness the 1999, the last state Class A football game of the decade, Mike. And I tell you what, we got two exciting football teams out there. And it's hard to believe, you know, that two-a-days began, you know, how many months ago? 4 months ago.
4 months ago.
4 months ago, two-a-days began, and you wonder, man, can I even get to practice, you know, this afternoon? Man, I'm sore from this morning. You know, I forgot a dry T-shirt, so now I got to put this wet T-shirt under my pads and all that kind of thing. And it stinks here in the locker room, and everybody wants everyone else to shower and all that kind of thing. And then we go through the Western Maine schedule, lose one ball game in a game we really had an opportunity to win, and it all comes down to this: Class A champions, bragging rights. As Oxford Hills is going to receive the ball first off to our left, and their big back that we've heard a lot about, obviously, TJ Reese, number 25, is back along with number 7. I believe that is Colin Lovelace. He's back to receive just at the 5-yard line. Of course, we got Chris Deviney, who's had an exceptional leg, and he's kicking with a win, Mike. He has an opportunity to probably put this ball in the end zone.
At times we've seen this wind, though, go really from the Oxford Hills side to the South Portland side, so it will blow sideways a bit. But right now it looks like it's right at Deviney's back.
I tell you what, the special teams for South Portland just done an unbelievable job the past 3 weeks. And I tell you what, Mikey McVeigh, number 38, has been phenomenal. He's been relentless as he's been throwing himself, you know, just unselfishly, if you will, into the middle of that wedge. You know, Mom and Dad, close your eyes, will you please, for the kickoff, and then join us after. But
TJ Tangway has been in a lot of tackles off the kickoff, so yeah, you're right, these guys are ready.
We're underway, and there's the kick by Deviney. It's a good one. It's going to go back, and Colin's going to take it at his 2-yard line. He's going to come up off the left side. He's got some wheels. He's got lots of running room out there as he's on his feet, and he's going to go all the way. Number 7 for Oxford Hills, 99 yards for the opening score. And we've got Dan Sears, the punter, who's down on the ground. He's at about the 12-yard line, and he's down. And that doesn't look good. It looks like we've got a knee injury immediately.
Dan, we talked about this service. We're scared to death of it. The kids are excited to play, but here we go already with an injury. And worse yet, we're behind in the game by a touchdown.
Well, 7 seconds, thank you. 7 seconds have gone off the clock, and Oxford Hills begins it with a electrifying 99-yard kickoff return to open up the score and to give them a 6-0 lead. And, of course, as we all know, Oxford Hills is, or the East, I should say, has never won a Class A championship football game. And they take a 6-0 lead as Dan Sears gets up off the ground. That's excellent. That's good to see.
He's not even hobbling much there, so that's a good sign. Just shook up a little bit, probably twisted a little bit.
Well, I think that's the first kickoff team in a couple of years against the Riots, especially open up a football game. I don't think that's happened for a long time. As
Last time we saw it,
and Oxford Hills is getting ready for the point after. Here's the snap. It's a good one. There's the kick. And it's good.
I'll tell you what, Mooch. Early in the game, I'll give up one big play because I want to really see which team is going to dominate the real game, and that's the one
That's right.
when you have an offense-defense lined up against each other.
Obviously, you're absolutely correct. You know, that's where the ball game. Anyone can have a kickoff return. You know, I remember back when Lawrence I think it was against Lewiston. They had a kid that was just so fast, and he ran a kickoff return back, and then Lewiston just turned on the Jets and won the game. And you're absolutely right. So nothing to be alarmed. There's a ton of football left.
And South played from behind a long time, and this is not because they got dominated. It's because one squad couldn't quite cover a certain play, and a big play was made of it. But, you know, that's a 99-yard back on Oxford Hills. What an exciting start for them.
99 yards, and the Riots, again, as you've already mentioned, unfortunately, we played from behind for a couple games in the playoffs, and of course, shut down high-powered Sanford last week. And here we are falling behind 7-0, but I still like our chances, Mike.
Don't forget, we got the horses back there to run them all the way back, too.
We do.
And Oxford's going to have to deal with this fast field just like we just did.
That's right.
And you watched, I saw, we looked like we had it contained down there inside the 25.
It did.
And our guys could not make the cut to adjust to the running back.
He got outside. They had a little bit of a wall there. Once he got outside, he had a host of tacklers.
So give them credit. They set up a nice wall, but new field. First time people have actually had to make some coverage on it. South Poland will make the adjustment, no doubt. Oxford Hill now is going to have to make the same adjustment. They're kicking into the wind, so expect our guys to pick the ball up probably somewhere around the 20-yard line.
Number 73 for Oxford Hill is Billy Morris as he's set to kick. And of course, we got back to the right. We got Matt Tobias along with Rusty Rutherford, the three amigos, if you will, and the cowboy, Brandon McCrossin, over on the right side. And they're at about the 15-yard line as they will be kicking into the wind. And here's a kick. It's just a little.
Kick it deep. He wants to get it to somebody they don't think can run very fast.
And that's Robbie D, number 43. And we're going to have excellent field position as we're going to take over at the 40-yard line.
We'll give it to Robbie D anything, won't we?
Oh, absolutely.
Robbie D fills in, does a little running on occasion.
Riots are going to take over. The first time touching the ball offensively as they're behind 7-0. First and 10 from their own 39-yard line.
Now, this is the part of the game we really want to see. Let's see how the Riots come out of the gate. They obviously don't need to score now, but I'm sure that they want to put it right back in Oxford Hill's face.
High formation, McCrossin split to the left. Orlando, the quarterback. Here's Tobias off the left
right
side. He's got some running room as he's going to pick up 6 yards at the 45-yard line.
Now, Matt immediately with a nice run, and it shows already the offensive line is ready to go as they open up a nice hole for Matt, and he picks up 6 yards.
See, you know, Oxford's going to have to become, they're going to have to, what's the word I'm looking for? They're going to have to be very creative, and they showed a little bit of creativity right then off the kickoff. Just a little chop kick, if you will, about 30 yards. They're certainly not going to kick it deep. As McCrossin goes to the right side, it's 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line. Tobias, right side, breaks up inside. He's going to pick up the first down right at midfield.
Yeah, we're going to have to see where they spot the ball, but he is right there. If he hasn't got it, it's only going to be 3rd and inches. Looks like the officials are going to call for a measurement. It's that close, but like I said, it doesn't matter because
that's a first down.
We're where we want to be, 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches. That's the thing. You know, some of the things that we didn't do well in the first couple games, Mike, right, when we were behind to Edward Little and Biddeford, is we didn't get a lot of good yardage on first down, and that's very, very key to pick up 5-6 yards on first down. You can move the football when you do that. And we're gonna have some success definitely running the football against this Oxford Hills defense. That's a first down.
Yeah, from what I see, the offensive line is not intimidated at all. They're going right out there and playing the game. And now Oxford has to face South Poland's real strength.
They do.
Right, that offensive line, and then the defensive line. Once Oxford Hills has to make a run on offensive play, and we'll see there who really is going to dominate this game. But again, Oxford Hills, they team like that. 29 years you ain't been in here. That's exciting for them. But now the real game is starting.
Again, high formation. Coach Wolfgram playing to strength. Here's the handoff to Tobias off the left side. He's got some running room. He's going to break to the outside. Matty DeBias, as I told you, Mike, I said, you know what, you may see Matt DeBias' best game of his career today. And South Portland just running all over Oxford Hills defense here. We're a couple minutes away from tying this football game up. It's just a matter of holding on the ball, and we're knotted up at 7.
Well, I'll tell you what, I talked to Matt a little on the field because we had heard that he'd had a rough night and wasn't feeling good. And sure enough, he said about 2 hours sleep, he was throwing up. But he says, I feel great right now. I want to play.
He told us 2 hours. You're right. So here we go. Watch for Rusty Rutherford on the card trap here. No, there's DeBias on the right side. He's got some speed. He gets by T.J. Reese, and he's going to get down to about the 25-yard line. He's going to pick up 6 yards.
Great first down plays as we run up the middle. Now we're running out to the sides. Good blocking by that offensive line as they are controlling the line of scrimmage right now.
South Portland obviously answering the call as Oxford Hill starts out with a electrifying 99-yard kickoff return to open the game for a touchdown. 10 minutes left in the ball game. Riots for 2nd and 3. Right at the 25-yard line.
Tough on Oxford Hills. They scored a big touchdown. I think we're going to lay down. Maybe some of the teams they played, they don't know that South Portland is used to playing from this position. We have given up points early in the game. And then roared back. So
2nd and 3. It's been all Matt DeBias up front as the offensive line is just doing a great job.
Well, Matt only plays offense, as you know, and he had a shoulder injury early in the season. He only plays offense, so the coach is just going to go to his big horse right off the bat and say, here, let's see if you guys block and give Matt all the room he needs.
2nd and 3. DeBias, left side, huge hole. Huge holes. He cuts back up inside. Gets to about the 11-yard line as the offensive line on that left side, Matty Jones along with Mike LeConte, doing a great job as the Riots. Close to 1st and goal, Mike. We got an opportunity to pick up a first down. Riots offense moving.
Kind of a tight spot up here in our booth, folks. You got the camera, me and Mooch, but it makes us even closer, don't it, guys?
It does, man. Mike and I have gotten close over the year anyways, and I got Bill Yanahan. He's right close to me if I need to wipe my jaw off from drooling. His shoulder's right there.
And Mooch might be drooling as the game goes on.
1st and 10. McLeod is split to the right. Hand off to DeBias as he's met by number 40, and he's a good ball player, and that's Tim Bean, TJ Bean. And that's the first stop that Oxford Hills has had is we lose a couple yards that time.
Yeah, don't expect Oxford. Again, they won their class in good fashion. I think they're like a 6-4 team or 7-4 team.
Yeah, 6-2, and then of course they won.
On at the end of the season and through the playoffs. They played good ball. So don't expect them to just lay down. And we have run pretty much the same play, one right after the other. So obviously now we'll change a little something.
1st and 12, ball on the 14-yard line.
Got room. We've got a hold.
We've got a hold.
We've got a hold.
By Mike LeConte.
LeConte's not happy. He put his hands to his head. I don't know if that means he says, yeah, I did it, or no, I didn't. But
that's okay. That's okay. We got plenty of time, guys, here, obviously. Just getting underway, 8:56. You know what? That's the first penalty against the Riots, Mike. We didn't have a penalty against us last week at all.
And again, those two, Mike was really fighting off that block. Not unusual that they don't get tangled up in there. Unfortunately, Mike's going to get called for it. They're going to call it a play. They're going to say Mike pushing from behind afterwards. Probably because the guy from Oxford turned his back on Mike once he saw Orlando get around the corner.
A couple things have been a factor already that we're not used to. We're not accustomed to doing, Mike, and that is, you know, we've had the kickoff return against us, and of course now a big 15-yard clipping penalty. You know, two things that have gone against us right now. And talking to some of the coaches, one of the things that Oxford Hills did not do is they did not when Waterville last week made mistakes, Oxford Hills made them pay for it. So this is a it's 2nd down, 2nd and 30.
Yeah, we got 3 plays to go to get our first down or a touchdown.
Here's a counter crisscross.
Fumble, the ball's still loose. Oxford Hills got it.
Fumble on the play as the Riots are going for the counter crisscross.
Mike LeConte didn't want to give it up, but Oxford Hills player definitely fell down on it. Oxford trying to keep things rolling here as South Portland has shown that they're probably going to run on them a little bit. Oxford comes up with the big play. South Portland loses the handle on the handoff.
Okay, this is what we've waited to see here is how the Riot defense can respond. And this is the first time Oxford Hills offense is taking the ball over. It's 8:32 left here in the first quarter. Oxford Hills leading 7-0.
Now, get the jitters out now, boys, but you don't want to make too many mistakes. Like you said, Oxford Hills did make Waterville pay for their mistakes last week. and they'll try to turn the tide on us too.
Timeout is on the field. Timeout is on the field as some of the coaches, the Oxford Hills coaches, talking to the officials. I can't imagine what they want, what more they want. They got the ball. Officials talking.
I don't know what was called for. The official is over talking to the Oxford Hills coach, but they're going to line up. The officials, I don't know if he's ready. He's getting his ear chewed a little bit.
Both teams up at the ball. I can't imagine what Oxford Hills Mosher coach is talking about over there. You got the ball, coach. You're up 7-zip. Play ball. Unless he's talking, maybe it's a spot. I don't know. They're saying the ball was at the 40 or close to the 40. I don't know.
35. They're at the 34 right now, or 34, or 33 and a half.
Time is out on the field right now as we've got an irate Oxford Hills coaching staff, and obviously we do not know what they're talking about down there. My guess is the spot, where they spotted the ball. I didn't see where it was, but Oxford Hills has 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line.
Now they're going to talk about it now, but the Oxford Hill coach, remember, South Poland is the one, as far as he's concerned, he's the one that, he's the big team. They've got to win. This is the biggest game of the season. He probably wants everything just right, so he's making sure he gets probably everything he can out of this.
You got an Eastern Maine champ that has been they've been overachievers, if you will, all year, and avenging loss to Waterville last week to get in the state championship, and then we got a powerhouse, if you will, perennial power of South Portland Red Riots, who's really expected to win the ball game. And Oxford Hills knows that. They're playing really, Mike, with no pressure. The Eastern Maine has not yet won, and of course, Western Maine, we need to continue the win streak. So there's a little bit of pressure, but I'm very confident that our guys, the Riots, will settle in. They've done so all year, made the adjustments. We're going to be fine.
Yeah, it's not like we haven't had games, and after a near-perfect game last week, and again, with penalty-wise, it was a perfect game. We did not have any penalties at all.
Come on, Coach, play football. We've got an entire football game to play here. Let's go.
Well, I think the official just told him that. We got a football to play here, Coach. You go ahead and complain all you want, but we're going to move on. Ball's at is where it's at, and we're going to play.
Okay, the Riots defense need to play with the same.
Look at him. He is still upset.
Play with the same intensity that we played with last week in dethroning the defending champions, Sanford Redskins.
He's going to get an unsportsmanlike if he keeps it up. And he's going to hurt.
And that will hurt his team, absolutely.
We saw last week Sanford step in right off the bat. What was it? The first play in which we had a big play. One of the Sanford kids hit Matt DeBias when he was down on the ground. Actually threw a punch into him, and they got 15 yards, 15-yard penalty. And from that point on, South Portland was incensed.
See, at this point, I was talking to. I can't remember who I was talking to this morning.
Everybody, Coach.
I was talking to everyone. I was. But someone specific, I can't remember who it was. But I said, really the only way the Riots are going to lose this football game is if they beat themselves. And, we had one fumble. Certainly a fumble a game does not make,
Fumble,
but
15-yard penalty.
Yeah, we can't beat ourselves today by any means. And I really see that would be the only way that we could have an upset here, if you will, because
in fact, if Oxford was smart, they'd have put a sign up here like we've got our signs over there. They put a sign up here saying, Riots, beat yourselves, please.
Let's play ball, guys.
Yeah, this is starting to get a little bit too long. We're only talking a couple of minutes into a game. What was it, like 4 minutes into this game?
Yeah.
3.5.
3.5 minutes into the game, and
they're already trying to start a controversy. I didn't see anything down there, but
Mike LeCon, I tell you what, he's leading the charge. He's clapping. He's ready to go. Their defense is going to be unbelievable.
You know what they're not going to like today, Mitch? Playing on the surface, they're not going to get muddy.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
They're going to walk away from this game, win or lose, and we're confident that they're going to come up on top. But they're going to walk away from this game clean.
No mud today. Let's play ball, guys.
Say, hey, wait, did we play football or not? Oh, now Coach Wolfbrand wants to get his 2 cents worth in. It looks like he's not happy now.
Well, guys, I'm not sure what's going on, but hey, did you ever hear the one about the guy that? Well, no, I won't tell a joke at this point. Here we go.
All right, now we got the referee coming back out on the field.
I'm not sure what's going on here. Maybe it's something to do with the field now.
There's an MVPA official down there coming out. What's the problem, he says? Well, here's what the problem is. See, the guy over there in the green, he don't like me.
Unless it's really a real pressing issue here, you know, it really hurts the players. You know, the
Probably
players.
hurting Oxford Hills a lot more than it's hurting South Portland.
You
because
know,
Oxford
it's-
Hill was on a run just then, and they had the momentum going for them, and he's just taking it away from them.
He really has. That's a good point. You know, if anything, you know, the Oxford Hills coach is. I don't see anything life-threatening. It's.
We don't know what's going down there in the field for sure, but just the same, he's had, his team really had it all going for him. They just got a big fumble. They should want to be really getting at it here now, and for some reason they've just got a delay, and I'm sure it's important to him. So hard to make a judgment on that one, Mooch, but. I think these kids want to play ball. Let's get them back out in the field and play some ball.
Well, I know by now as you're watching this, obviously you're at home. So at this point, grab a drink, refresh your drink, use the restroom. Let's get ready to play some ball.
Okay, now one's going over to tell what's going on, South Portland what's going on. The other one's going over to tell Oxford Hills what's going on. Teams are going to head back onto the field. Out time.
If anything, you know, Mike, I think you just made a great point. I think
Position is the problem. He wanted the ball in the middle of the field, Mitch.
we're moving the football. We are going to move the football. We're going to have some fun offensively today, no doubt.
That is their
And I think that this really helps us where we did break. You know, this was a momentum buster. The adrenaline was flowing. You know, now let's see what happens.
The momentum buster is going to be South Portland making these guys go three plays and out. And that's what's going to break the momentum because they
Quarterback for Oxford Hills, Mowat. And he's got some wheels, as they say, and he's going to head. There's the big run to number 25.
That's the momentum buster.
That's Bo Vozine, number 55. You know, this is the key. We got to be quick off the ball, and they're pretty confident they can do that. And that was really slow developing, Mike.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, Bo Vozine tracked them down from behind.
I don't know what Oxford has for a passing game. I think they're going to be in big trouble with the running game. The big problem will be, again, the big play. This is a fast field, and if they've got somebody at this back, I hear he not only is he big and strong, but he's fast.
He's very fast.
And if he does get out in the open, we might have trouble catching him.
Okay, we've got ends split both sides. They've got an I formation. Mowat is the quarterback, number 11, junior quarterback. Here's the pitch to T.J. Reese. He's going nowhere.
Yeah,
Ryan McLeod. Bo Vozine in on the hit. Nowhere.
Ryan McLeod makes the tackle, but Bo right there to cover up right afterwards. And they are just losing yardage, and that coach should have left things alone.
Yep, it's going to be 3rd and 16 now. The ball's on the 28-yard line. Look for the pass. Oxford's passing into the wind here in the first quarter.
Yeah, the wind's still pretty strong down there, Mooch. They're going to have a tough time. Both teams are going to have a tough time passing today. Doesn't matter if it's with the wind or against the wind. It's going to be a tough game.
Number 7, Lovelace, who ran the kickoff back, he split to the near end. I formation. Quarterback Mowat. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a count. No, it's going to be a fake counter. But Mowat's got some running room, and he's going to go out of bounds. He's going to be short of the first down at the 41-yard line.
South Portland did what they had to do, and you saw we had one of the players stepped in. He had a chance, but he did cover the fake just in case the ball got handed off, or he probably could have tackled him with loss again.
They like the misdirection, and they picked up, they got back to about the 36-yard line where it's going to be 4th and 7, and they're going to kick. They're going to be punting into the wind. Look for the Rise to set up a return on the left side. There's the kick. It is into the wind. It's actually a good kick. It's taken by McCrossan.
And he got to get a hold of it. He's got to see a wall.
Oh, that's a huge hit. McCrosson's got lots of running room. He can just stay on his feet. I think he got tripped up because he had lots of running room out there.
You've heard of turf toe, and that's exactly what happened. He got his toe caught in the turf there.
Because he had a huge wall out there, and he did. He stubbed his toe and went down. Otherwise, we're talking 6 points. Well, I like what our defense looks like, Mike, so far. And now our offense, second possession. Now the key, obviously, hold on to the ball.
Yeah, well, I think Coach Wolfgram, he ran some just straight ahead plays. He saw his offensive line to push things around. The first time we tried to do something different, we lost the handle a little bit, and that was because of the nerves.
Ryan, second offensive possession, 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Hand off to Rutherford up the right side. He's going to pick up.
Go down.
He's going to pick up 3 yards. Forward progress going to give him 2, maybe 3 yards at the 42-yard line. He actually does pick up 2 yards. 2nd and 8. South Portland. Close to midfield. Like the looks of their first offensive series, now they get their second opportunity. Davini comes to the left. A whole lot of shifting going on. T formation. Tobias, left side, lots of running room. Cuts up on the inside. It looked like he had some running room.
Yeah, number 44, that's Ryan Wilson. Got a hold of his hand and was able to hang on to it enough so that Matt couldn't quite break free, but the hole was there, but he just couldn't quite break free at number 44. Again, it looks like the offensive line can do their job. South Poland not mixing it up a lot right now, so Oxford's starting to settle in on defense just a tad.
Yeah, look for a little bit of a play action here.
We've got lots and lots of different plays they can run.
Frank Vickerson, this big junior center, brings him up. Orlando, the quarterback. T formation. Watch for Rutherford in the flat. There he is. He's going for McCrossan out there. He's got him.
What a throw and what a
Brandon
catch.
McCrossan, the Cowboy, picks up the first down at the 30-yard line. Great pass by Matt Orlando.
And Orlando right on target, and McCrossan pulls it in, and Orlando still has not found that one guy to go to, but everybody is starting to pull the ball down for him.
Yeah,
nice
that's true. You know, the receivers, I got to credit the receivers. You know, I caught a little bit of the practice Thursday night, Mike. It was beautiful, man. I was flying in from New York, flew right over the field, 4 o'clock. They were practicing, and my wife took me to picked me up at the airport, brought me over there, and I watched their passing practice, and they looked sharp. Orlando looked sharp. Power left eye, 1st and 10. Tobias spins, picks up a couple yards.
Well, McLeod put out a nice block there, but he slipped one down, and actually Matt tripped over him. Or he probably had another 4 or 5 yard gainer. The South Poland, again, showing offensively, which they can move the ball against this Oxford Hills team.
They are, but I'm not going to be happy until we tie this one up.
We got to put some points on the board, there's no doubt. That's the only way you win the game.
Good point. 5-11, especially if the other team already has some.
Yeah, that's right.
5 minutes left in the first quarter. Riots, 31-yard line. Pitch to Tobias.
He's got some room.
Cuts back inside.
He did a nice job following his blockers, and Oxford Hills did a nice job really stretching that play out, not giving him a big lane to go up through.
They did. We got 2 plays to get 4 yards. Riots on the move at the 26-yard line. 3rd and 3, actually 3rd and 4. Matty Orlando brings the play in.
Orlando hustling back and forth. This field just looks big, don't it? And sitting up here, they look small.
It just does look big. Big Mike LeConte is on the left side along with Matty Jones. Power eye right. Pitch to Tobias off the right side. He's got some blockers outside. He's got to get outside, and he does. He's going to get close to the first down. He's going to be a little bit short. That's interesting. They ran from strength that time, even though LeConte and Jones are on the left side. Of course, everyone's keying on that, and they ran away from it that side, even though it was power eye right, and that's going to be 4th and about yard and a half.
2 yards. South Poland actually running just about anything they want, Mooch. This is a tough 2 yards, though, right here, as they're really knocking on the door against Oxford Hills, and we've seen their defense can step up.
Coach Wolfram's going to call a timeout here.
Yeah, he wants to talk to the kids. I think he's got to. This play's got to be executed just perfectly. Because they need the points.
It's a good time to call a timeout here early in the game. You're right. We're a yard away from keeping this drive going to tie this ball game up.
We didn't see anything going with the trap with Rutherford running, but this might be a time you might see that trap because they're going to be looking for the bias, I think. And this may be a good time to give Rusty that ball in close, as he might be able to power them tough 2 yards out.
Oxford Hills defense out there for a long time this first quarter, but yet they leave 7-0, and that's one of the David Cahill. I was listening to him, I should say. We talked to Coach Seahagen, and what he said last week, he said, you know what, Waterville outplayed Oxford Hills.
Yeah.
They outplayed them.
It's just big plays got Oxford Hills on the board and mistakes.
Got them points. They were tough inside the 20.
Coach Wolfram out there talking to the boys. Doesn't look like he wants to leave. He wants to get this play right. There's a little fist in the air. He says, okay, guys, you got it. Let's just execute.
Another big play already.
This is absolutely
another big play already. You don't want to give Oxford Hills any more momentum.
With all the yardage we've been able to gain on them to get stopped now, this is huge.
It would be huge. Power eye right. Oxford Hills in a 6-5. As McLeod comes over to the left side. Is the bias. First down.
He's got it. Great blocking. At the bias, good running.
One thing Matty has done really well, and you could really see it last week against Sanford, and that is, he runs to the left and then he breaks back in and cuts across the grain or back to strength into the middle of the field. He's done it well, Mike, especially last week on both sides of the field running the ball, just doing a great job cutting in behind his blockers and back against the grain.
He's got to like it, though, when he makes a cut and he knows he needs a yard and a half and he sees a 2-yard hole at least when he starts. He knows he's got it made.
First down.
Rusty
Rutherford. There's the hole. There's Rusty's on his feet. He's going to be inside the 10-yard line.
And that's some power running by Rusty Rutherford, too, and he made some nice moves inside of traffic.
It's tough to make moves down there, too. You know, there's a lot of bodies in about an 8-yard area, and he was juking and jiving and picking up about 9 yards.
And this is good South Pole ball we're seeing now. They can run any kind of play they want as they're at second and about 1.5 yards to go for first down. And that could take them right down almost inside the 5-yard line.
3:20 left in the first quarter. Oxford Hills leading 7-0 as we got power eye left. 2nd and 1. Now right. McLeod goes to the right side. Orlando, the quarterback. Hand off to Tobias. He's got a hole. He's running. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, South Portland.
Oh, Mooch, I'm telling you, that was just beautiful running and great blocking again as that offensive line is controlling the line of scrimmage right now.
You're absolutely right, Mike. That's 2 offensive series that we've seen so far, and we've moved the ball. We took the ball. We had the ball, at the 40-yard line, and we drove it 60 yards for a touchdown. Prior to that, we drove it down to the 11 and fumbled, had the penalty, and then fumbled. We can move the football against this team.
Obviously, mistakes again are going to be the factor for South Portland. If they can play a clean game from here on out, they're obviously the stronger team down there, at least at this point.
All up front. Here's the Vinny, who's been perfect, been very good all year, and he actually misses it and it goes left.
He did not get that. The handoff, the ball never got placed well, and actually it looked like Vinny actually started his stride towards the ball a little sooner than he should have, as the ball was not down on the ground when he finally made contact.
A couple of things go against us already here. The kickoff return and then the missed extra point, and we've not missed too many extra points this year, but we're still okay.
We still look like the ones that are playing with the jitters the most. You're right. Maybe that is the pressure of being the team from the West that's always won the last number of years. I don't know. But we got the jitters out there right now. We're the stronger team from what I can see, but we got the jitters.
We are definitely the stronger team. And now we got to score one more touchdown to go up here.
Well, actually, they've closed the gap now. The way we're running the ball, I'm not even worried about picking up a 2-point play.
I'm not concerned offensively,
no,
by any means.
Looks like we're going to run it. We've got to hold them, though, and this is where we lost it the last time. Remember, they had a big play from Lovelace as he went the length of the field, and this time I think they're going to cover just a little better.
I think they're going to do that, and I think that our defense is going to be very strong. We can't give them good field position. And this one's going to go to
goal line again.
This is going to go to Reese as he comes up the middle. And again, he's got room as he cuts back on the inside. But he's going to get to the 35-yard line, and he's brought down by, you can't see it from here, Mike.
McLeod was not going to let him get away. He tackled him around the waist.
Ryan McLeod, and Joe Lamb, too, number 10, was in on the tackle.
Yeah, Lamb come in afterwards, but McLeod got him around the waist, and I thought Reese was going to break the tackle, but McLeod would not let go.
He did look like he had some running room, Mike, and he had a lot of green out there on the outside. Not too many white shirts out there.
They are dangerous on their kickoffs. They have that set up very well.
Okay, be interested. My guess is you're going to see him open up a little bit here. Moat, the quarterback, number 11, 1st and 10, Oxford Hills. Here's the handoff to Reese. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage, but maybe picks up 2 yards.
Michael Lacan as he makes the initial contact. Bobo Zine in on the tackle with him. I'll tell you what, South Portland defense still just looking strong out there.
They're looking very strong.
And they don't have jitters. I think they know what to do. You know what I mean?
They do know what to do.
That's right. The offense looks like it's just a little bit of the jitters with the offense. But I'll tell you, these kids on defense, they know what the name of the game is.
Defense has played very, very tough all year. We play with the same intensity. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Oxford Hills 7-6. Here's the first pass of the ball game. Mowat's going to roll to his right. He's got some running room. That looks like a hold. Throw the flag, ref.
Rusty Rutherford really drags him down, gets a little help. That was a flag. There is not.
No, that was a huge hold here on the right side. We could see that from here as Oxford Hill is going to pick up their first down. And the scouting report on the quarterback is he's got some good wheels and loves to run.
Well, from what I can see, they have some good running. They got a good running back in Reese, of course. Lovelace, we saw on the kickoff, has got some good wheels. And now the quarterback has made a nice run, too.
We're going to have receiver number 21 for Oxford Hills, and that is Martin's going to go to his left. The Croston's out there on them. Here's a handoff to Reese, and he goes nowhere.
There will be nothing up the middle today. As you see, Bo Bozine in there, Pat Lyons.
Bozine and Lyons in the tackle.
And Art Dickey. Art Dickey was the one on the bottom of the pile.
I tell you what, Art Dickey and Bo Bozine, they had great games last week.
Oh, they're playing
and I'll tell you
expired
what,
ball.
they're just playing great ball. And you're right. There's no way they're going to run up the middle on this Riot defense. Just not going to happen. They're going to have to become very creative.
We're not used to the speed of this field, though. That's what we're having. We're having a problem containing the plays right now on the outsides.
2nd and 10, Oxford Hills from their own 48-yard line. Here's their counter, and there's Bo Bozine. Huge.
I'll tell you what, Art Dickey was the one that pushed the penetration through that offensive line, but it was Bo Bozine on the tackle.
That's what we're going to be able to do is we are just so quick and so fast up front, and the Oxford Hills linemen stand up. As soon as the snap is, they stand up. We stay very low and penetrate. They're going to have a very, very difficult day running the ball. You know, they'll pick up a 1st and down because of a broken play, or you know what I'm saying, that kind of thing. The quarterback rolling out of the coverage, rolling out of the pocket, I should say.
They're going to have a hard time sustaining drives without a big play to keep it going most of the time.
59 seconds left in the opening quarter. 1-point lead by Oxford Hills. Quarterback, he's rolling to his left, and he's got lots of running room. He's going to, he's going to pick up the 1st down.
He's going to be real close to it. Depends on the spot, but it looked to me like he had it.
He is going to pick up the 1st down.
All right, now we've got the same play twice. The quarterback rolling out to his right has worked for them. That's an adjustment.
The quarterback is what's keeping them in the ball game offensively right now. It's going to be an interesting call to see what happens. And he didn't pick up the 1st down. He didn't get a 1st down.
Chelsea Rutherford almost had him in the backfield as he broke through, but he got blocked just at the last second and was not able to get a hand on him. Then it just opens up over here for them. They do a real good job on that sweep.
Again, just like I just said, Mike, the only way they're going to run the ball is if the quarterback runs out of the pocket and picks up the yards, because they can't do it on their own running plays.
Ryan Sprague in the game down there now, Mooch, at defensive end.
Ryan Sprague, welcome back, buddy. 1st and 10, Oxford Hills. First down, Oxford Hills.
Nice tackle there by Randy McCrossin, but another 1st down as Oxford Hills is starting to show a little life on offense. And that was a pretty nice throw, Mooch.
That was a good throw. Oxford Hills offense showing a little bit. They're going to have to throw the ball and get creative. That's the only way they're going to be able to move the ball against the Oxford SP defense.
It looks like they have the ability to make some of those adjustments too, Mooch, and South Poland will have to come up with the answers. Right now we've got a tie game, or well, actually a 1-point deficit to South Poland, but both teams have got a touchdown. South Poland defense now needs to say, all right, here's why we are tops in our division.
Oxford Hills,
stop this play.
Twins to the left. They got 1st and 10 from the South Poland 22-yard line. Here's a counter to number 40. The guard trap. Excuse me, number 30. He's going to pick up 4 yards.
Again, now they're spreading our defense out a little bit. And this is a fast field. Remember, we're on a surface.
That's going to be the last play of the 1st quarter.
We don't know this Oxford Hill group that well, so we're not sure what their capabilities are, but we're learning now.
Oxford Hill on their feet.
They're excited. Their team is playing well. They're not getting blown out here, as was suspected by some people, and we were kind of wondering what would happen, and we knew that we had to be a little careful. One big play got them a score early in the game. They have not moved the ball well up until this drive.
Still long ways to go, obviously. At the end of 1 quarter play, it's been a good football game. And South Poland's offense being on the field for most of the 1st quarter, but trailing by 1 point to the underdog Oxford Hills Viking.
Well, actually, Oxford Hills now, Mooch, is starting to catch up on total yardage a little on this drive, as they have gone from about the 30-35 on their side all the way down to the 20-yard line into South Poland territory.
Thanks to the quarterbacking.
Quarterback has
running.
had 3 big runs.
He's been the man so far on this drive, because apart from that, the Oxford Hills offense has done nothing at this point.
Well, I'll tell you, with his runs plus the 1 pass, they've been able to sustain this drive, and that's impressive, because that's what you got to do. Not every play works for big yardage. South Poland now, the defense got to say to themselves, let's put a stop to this now. Make them either try a kick or something, but don't give them the touchdown.
Just underway here in the 2nd quarter. Oxford Hills leading 7-6 over the South Poland Red Riots.
2nd and about, what, 6 or 7?
2nd and 5, actually, Mike. 2nd and 5. No, actually it is 6. 2nd and 6. Riots defense. need to be tough. And they got a power eye right. They've got a big running back, Reese.
A little confusion out there.
And they're going to go to him. He's got a little bit of running room. Actually, he's just chugging forward, the big legs pressing forward.
South Poland wasn't sure. McCrossin was standing over there trying to point somebody into the hole where they thought they were going to run once they saw the play set up, and nobody moved to it. And so he picked up about 4 yards there. Matter of fact, let's make that about 5.5.
Yeah, it's third and less than a yard. Third and less than a yard.
Well, hey, South Poland's in a battle, Mooch.
Oxford Hills
We like the close games.
knocking on the door. Well, this is the way Class A state championship ball game should be. There's the handoff to Reese.
Now it's Oxford Hills getting off the ball well. And South Poland back on the heels just a tad with Mike McConnon helping out on the tackle.
Oxford Hills starting to believe in themselves here early in the ball game, getting some confidence. They're carrying the momentum right now as they lead the South Poland Red Riots, the Western Maine champs, by a point.
Take the momentum away right now when they're playing well. South Poland needs a big play. If they're going to go to the pass, they need an interception, or they need a couple of good, solid stops with no gains on the run.
Obviously, it's power against power now. South Poland, 6'5" defense.
It's exciting.
It's power eye football. This is power football, folks. First and goal. Reese. He's going to be met.
Pat
Big
Lyons
pile.
and everybody.
Big pile.
Bobo Zine says, hey, wait a minute. This guy's getting out of hand here. I'm just making a tackle.
Good defense by the Riots. There's a big pile there. I think Oxford Hill's going to have to string it out here. They love to run the counters, and that's what we need to guard ourselves against right now.
I'm looking to see, is Sprague going to end again?
10.5 minutes left here in the first half.
I watched Sprague when he was in the last time. He might not be able to help much because when they started to get outside, he was not able to make a cut. And we know his knee is still pretty sore. But right now, your defensive ends have got to keep the ball contained inside.
They do. Oxford Hill spread out a little bit. We're going to look for some play action as the quarterback's going to roll to his left. He's got some running room. There's going to be thrown and picked off. No, that's it. It's incomplete. Great offense. Great defense. Who's that? McCrossin, number 23? Or was that Sears?
That was
I can't
Dan
tell.
Sears in there on the almost pickoff. As they say the ball hit the ground. He did not have control of it. But the man that made that play happen, I think, was Rusty Rutherford as he stepped up and almost sacked the quarterback who had to throw the ball quickly.
Good job by Bo Vozine that time.
Yeah.
You know, as the quarterback rolled out, Bo's not there. There's plenty of room to run. Great defense by the Riots. As they've got two plays here to hold from the 8-yard line. Second and goal from the 8, Oxford Hills.
After this play, they got to think about a field goal, Mooch. They're pretty close.
They've got the wind to their back.
Right.
Quarterback. Mowat. Back. Tackle. Bobo Zine. Big play. Defense. I'll tell you what I said at the beginning of the game. Bobo Zine had a huge game last week. And just comes up with another huge defensive play. And Oxford Hills is coming in to kick, guys.
Let me tell you now. Ryan Main, Joey Heslop did their jobs that time as they drove deep on their sides and made the quarterback. He looked quick to see if he could maybe skirt outside. He could not. That gave Bo Vozine a chance to come in there and put him down.
Oxford Hill is going to attempt a 30-yard field goal, and this race straight on.
Oh, this is exciting. That's the way it should be.
That's right.
Get your points. They know that. Get the points.
Here's the snap. It's a good one. Here's the kick.
No
Hit the
good.
goalpost, and it's no good.
South Poland, a big stop for South Poland.
South Poland dodges a bullet there as Oxford Hill starts to put their offense together, but their defense comes up too big. I want to talk more about South Poland's defense than Oxford Hill's offense, okay?
I agree with you 100%. The South Poland defense bent but didn't break.
That's exactly true.
They had a few problems. They saw a couple plays. I see the ends starting to react now to those sweeps by the quarterback. I think now you'll see the Riots are starting to make their adjustments because they don't know this team yet, Mooch. They don't know what they're capable of, and they're starting to get the idea.
Red Riots offense taking over again.
All at the 20.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line. Orlando. Tobias. Big hole.
He
Picks
doesn't
up
get the ball.
Oh, he doesn't have the ball. I missed the play. Who had it?
He would have had more yardage.
Is that Orlando?
Yeah,
That was great running by Tobias. Great faking.
He had 3 people tackling him.
Matt Orlando picked up 2. Matt Tobias picked up 6.
I'll tell you, Mooch, I lost it.
I did. That was.
I lost it. I
that was-
thought Tobias had it.
That was a great fake.
But Tobias had about 4 yards on a play, and Orlando only got 1.5.
Well, we got to go with what Matt Orlando had. 8:50 left.
Ball's now in the wind's in our face now. A little tougher passing here.
McLeod comes to the right. Handoff to Tobias.
Now he's got room.
Now he's got some running room.
Now he's got room.
He's got some running room that time.
That's just great running by Matt Tobias.
Excellent
He took
running.
the initial hole, had to hurdle out a couple of tacklers, and then he just, boom, burst out for what, about 15, 16 yards.
Great blocking on that right side of the line. I tell you, he had a huge hole, and the holes even look bigger from up this high up. You know, Mike, look like a huge hole. Of course, Matty ran through it.
You can see him so clearly up here, really. This is great view up here, although we're a long ways away, Mooch. Good thing I got my binoculars.
I know. I'd rather be on the field.
I know. What do you like to do down there?
1st and 10 Riots. T formation. DeVinny split to the right. Orlando hand off to Rutherford off the left side. He's got about 4 yards.
Rusty just lowered his head and just ducked under tacklers and everything else as he powers for what, 4 yards?
4 yards. Actually got 5.
Wow. Good running by Rusty Rutherford, and that's the self-pulling offense the way we want to see them play. They need to play good power ball, solid block. You got to have that first down. There's always got to be 5 yards or better. Plus, we want him down on this end of the field now, Mitch. We want to see what it's like to score on this side.
We do.
You know what I mean?
We've seen it all.
And we stood tall.
2nd and 5. Riots, power eye left. Pitch to Tobias on the left side. There's a block, one block. Matt's going to go to the outside. Picks up 3 yards at that point. That's where he had some blocking and some running room to the inside. There was an alley there.
Yeah, wrong choice that time, and Matt hasn't made many wrong ones.
He hasn't.
He definitely got one good block that might have picked him up the first down, if not more. He can't see it as good as we can.
That's right. It's easy to see it. It's easy to see it up here, Matty. You just keep running with the passion that you've had.
We've got a bird's eye view. I'll tell you, the coaches up here must be loving this too, because they're really getting a good view of the game too from up here.
State championship football doesn't get any better than this on a Saturday when it comes to high school football. High formation. Pitch to Tobias. There, he cuts on the inside. That time, he's got some running room. Lots of it. A lot of real estate.
See what I'm saying when I say he hasn't made many bad decisions? He knew right where the holes were that time.
He cut back that time, and that was an excellent run. Matt Tobias picking up about 12 yards, giving the Riots 1st and 10 from the Oxford Hills 43-yard line.
You don't look too sick down there today, Manny. You look like you're playing good ball. That was a great run, and again, the holes, Mooch, are just, the offensive line is still doing their job.
Coach Wolfgram obviously liking the run and knowing and believing that we can run against these guys. We've seen one pass play.
We'd have to throw it in the wind right now, too.
High formation, 6:40 left in the half. Tobias stays onto his feet, picks up 2 yards. He's tripped up in the backfield, but picks up a yard.
Yeah, that was Derek Goforth for Oxford Hills, and he just kind of got a little penetration there and got an arm up and tripped Matty up as he tried to hurdle him. Matt's been going airborne every play just about. He is just getting up there, jumping over people, running through people, folding up the ball, makes as soon as he gets
just
hit.
Doing everything. I'm going to knock this. I got a Coke in front of me, and if I don't leave that thing alone, I'm going to knock it over and spill it.
Throw it out there on the Oxford fans.
A whole lot of shifting going on. Wing T, left. Tobias, nice block. Still on his feet, still running, on his feet, pounding, running over people. Matty Tobias picking up the first down, running with vengeance.
Punishing people out there. My God, he put his shoulder in about 3 Oxford players and just knocked them.
Just ran over people. He's running with the passion and vengeance he's had the last 3 weeks. Jitters are gone, Mike. No more jitters.
They look good.
Jitters are over.
Yeah. The offensive, I think they said, hey, we made a couple little errors, mental errors. Let's get off it now. We're ready to play.
South Portland current drive, 51 yards, eating up the clock as there's 5 minutes, a little over 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Down by a point. Orlando, the quarterback. Rutherford, still on his feet.
Well, I'll tell you, Rusty is tough to
gang.
bring down, but they've got that guard trap really nailed right now. But we've seen that open up as the game
Right
progresses.
now, they've got it right now.
Right.
Rusty took a couple hits here that time, man. He's taken some hits this year. He took some huge hits that time.
He's dealt a few, too.
This is a good passing situation right here, Mike. We got lots of room out there. You know what I'm saying? The ball's in the middle of the field. Second and 10.
We've got 3 plays.
Yeah, great time to throw the ball
You
right
know they're
now.
not going to kick into the wind, kick a field goal from out this distance. So you got 3 plays. You're going to run 3 plays anyway.
I think timeout is on the field. Rusty's coming out. He took a few hits that time.
Yeah. Well, I think they're going to go to the pass here, too.
We got to hustle up here, guys. Got to hustle up.
All right, Matt Orlando comes in with a play.
You can tell Matt Orlando, you can tell he's hurrying. You can just tell the way
Well,
the
he's
quarterback's
fired up.
moving.
He's really taking over the leadership role here this year. And he's coming into his own.
We got to get this thing underway. Matty is. He's rolling to the left. Keep it, Matty. Keep it. Run, buddy. Run over him. Good job.
Nice job by Matt Orlando as he made an excellent decision.
Excellent decision.
Nobody open, lots of pressure. He had about 5 yards to get, and he got it.
Got out of bounds, stopped the clock.
Make that about 8 or
Yeah.
7.
Picked up 7 yards. That was excellent. He could hear me. For those of you who don't know it, Matty has a headset in his helmet, and he can hear me.
Coach Wolfram was real nice to let us talk into his headset down there and give him a little direction. Like follow through on the wrist a little bit more, Matty, when you throw the ball. Little things like that. We're helping him a lot.
Feels like a college football atmosphere, Mike.
Hey, it is too, isn't it? Huh?
3rd and 3. Riots. Pitch to Orlando. Tobias, excuse me. He's got some running room as Matty cuts back inside and he picks up the first down at the 16-yard line. Riots having their way offensively up front. Offensive line doing a great job.
We're getting close again, and here's where Oxford Hills has got to toughen up. And I'm not sure they've really got it, Mooch. They show some flash. Certainly they show that when they get on a high, they can move the ball, they can do some exciting things. But right now, we're just grinding the ball out against them.
They've got 3 plays, Mike. A 99-yard touchdown pass and 2 long runs by the quarterback. That's it. That's really all they've done.
Matter of fact, a second pretty good run back on the kickoff, which we finally did nail.
Davini's to the right, Orlando the quarterback. McLeod in motion, hops, skips, bobbles. Got some blocking, cut back inside. Good job, Matty. Spin around. He picks up about 4 yards.
He just clocked Colin Lovelace for Oxford Hills and knocked him back 4 yards when he lowered his shoulder and hit him. Lovelace was hanging on his helmet going, oh my God.
3:58 as a scoreboard indicates Riot power. We're certainly displaying that right now. Actually, it's 2nd and 6.
Wow.
I'm going to feel better here if we can punch this one in.
Oh, we're both going to feel better, aren't we?
I wonder what my blood pressure is right now. High formation, Davini to the left. Matt Orlando's a quarterback. Timeout. Official timeout.
Oh, Matt Tobias got a little cut on his hand. You're going to get that on the turf. You're going to get scrapes and scratches. And the way he's been running and playing.
Does he got to go out for does he have to go out for a play, or what is it?
No. He goes over. If they can patch it quickly, then he can come right back on.
McCrossin comes in at tailback, it looks like. Yep.
Well, they just run something different, that's all.
Yep.
McCrossin's got plenty of speed, sets up.
Timeout. Good call.
Yeah.
Good call by Coach Wolfram to call a timeout.
Well, he's saying we're down close now, 2nd down and 5.5, 6 yards to go. I got my best running back sitting over there, and he's been having a great day. I'm going to give him a second to get himself fixed up.
Absolutely. Good call. 3:29 left in the half. Riots knocking on the door. We're definitely in 4-down territory all the way. We got 3 plays, Mike, to pick up 4 yards, 5 yards. I like our chances.
What's this got to do to an Oxford Hills team who has just had the best drive of the game and couldn't score? Defensively, they have not been able to stop the Riots unless we make a mistake. And Oxford Hills is just saying to themselves, what are we going to do here? We're going to have to find ways to make big plays and just keep the score going, because South Poland is going to chew up the clock and score almost every time they get the ball offensively.
Absolutely.
And Coach Wolfram is absolutely loving this, because he's playing the game he wants. He's thrown what, once?
Thrown the ball one time. We rolled out the throw.
And it was a good throw.
Yeah. We've had two pass plays. Matty tucked it.
But he tucked it.
Ran.
Actually, he tucked it twice. He did.
You're right.
Twice, yes.
You're right. Ryan Sprague, senior Ryan Sprague, checks back into the game, and he's excited to be able to get some play, as we mentioned earlier.
Not only a good blocker, but a good control receiver. You might even see something now with 2nd and 5. You may see a little pass play here, Rich.
Hey, McCrossin can run a tailback. Give him the ball. He's got some legs.
Sure he can.
2nd and 6. Guard trap. Rusty Rutherford. He's running, spinning, still on his feet. Gets down to the 2-yard line where it's going to be 1st and goal. Mike, I like my chances. 4 plays to go 2 yards.
And again, they had that play covered, Mooch, but Rusty just pure power. Runs and just lowers his shoulder and says, I'm going to get it.
I tell you what, pound for pound, I don't think there's a better football player in the state of Maine than R-squared, man. There just isn't. Pound for pound, the position he plays for a young man of that size to run with what he has, and then to hit people with it. He hits like a bag of hammers, from the linebacker slot. 1st and goal, Riots from the 2. Orlando, Tobias, stopped.
Hey, go to the well so many times, eventually they are going to stop and play here and there. So no surprise there. I don't even think the coach is saying, hey, I won't run that one again. Of course they'll run it again.
Again, I like my chances for 3 plays to pick up 3 yards.
Yeah, there will be no field goal attempt here. You know that as well as I do, because even if we didn't make it, if they come up with a great goal line stand, they're going to have the ball inside 5.
Clock is running. 2:40 left in the first half.
Great scoreboard here. Like I said, a great facility here. This is great, isn't it?
Second and goal.
Okay, good
Bias
blitz.
is stopped at the 5-yard line.
Good blitz. We got 2 plays now. Coach got 2 plays to do something slightly different. That's all, because they're starting to come. They know where we're going with the ball right now, so now we'll change that up just a tad.
Oxford Hills defense obviously playing very tough, and they need to at some point. I mean, we've been pushing them, as Rusty Rutherford would say, we've been slapping them around all half.
Hey, Hooch, Drag Officer, I've seen it all year. I've not seen it all year.
I don't think we're going to pass the ball. I still like I still believe we can pick up 5 yards.
Well, we know we can.
Matt Orlando still on his feet. He fumbled the football. And Oxford Hills is going to know the official's saying it's down.
He's down. He was on the ground when he dropped the ball. But Matt should have made his decision a little sooner than that, Booch. He had 3 green shirts coming at him. And in order to get to where he got, he did a pretty good job.
What do we got here? Coach is not saying, no way, we're not kicking a field goal.
I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it.
Hey, guys.
Davini's a good kicker, but he wants touchdown here.
Hey guys, this football game doesn't get any side of the, yeah, he's going to kick it.
Time. He was calling a time, I think.
No, he's kicking. South Portland's going to kick a field goal.
That almost tears his cut out, I think. Don't you think? But Oxford has stepped up here, Mooch. They really have, because they have not been able to do much to stop us. They've had 3 good plays in a row where they've actually penetrated deep.
This, this is something that we said earlier, Mike, that it's actually an extra point. We're kicking an extra point here, and Davini's pretty good at it.
Oh yeah. There's no doubt that Davini can put the ball through the thing here. We had a not a good snap or timing one or the other, and I really think it was Davini that didn't use good timing on that last kick. I think he tried to go too soon. But he should be able to easily kick this one through.
I'm going to feel a little bit better, Mike, to go in if we put these 3 points through.
Well, that's the whole thing. We are ahead. Well, if he puts us through, we're ahead.
And we're playing incredible defense.
That's right.
And our offense is moving the ball.
Yeah, Coach Wolfram, I think if there was 8 minutes left in the game, he'd have gone for it.
Yeah.
In the half, he'd have gone for it. But there isn't. There's probably time enough for us to kick the 3 and then put the defense out there and stop them.
Of course, South Portland's had 2 great kickers the past 5 years.
Oh, we certainly have.
Rob Kirsten and Forrest Davini. Doesn't get any more exciting than this, folks.
Let it get down.
It's good. It's good. Riots are up. Take a 9-7 lead finally on a 23-yard field goal.
Is that our first field goal this year?
Actually, it was 19. I'm sorry.
Is that our first field goal this
Oh,
year?
it was 23. What? What's that?
Is that our first field goal this year?
Oh, it was 19 yards, yes.
19 yards, yeah.
First field goal. South Portland up 9-7. Now I feel a little better.
Chris Davini got to feel good about himself, saying, hey, you finally let me do it, Coach, and I did it.
Okay, Mike, once we put this down here, actually, I'm going to make my way down to the field. 9-7, it's a good football. It's a good football game, Mike. If you were just to look at the statistics alone, don't show the score, and just look at the stats, you'd say it was like a 21-0 game. You know what I'm
South
saying?
Portland looks like they've dominated. Oxford Hills had a good drive, though. That last drive they had did cover some territory. They went probably 60-some-odd yards before we forced them to go for the field goal, which they missed. But other than that, it has been all South Portland.
That was a 22-yard field goal. I'm trying to get my math right here. I'm too excited.
Yeah, ball was on the 5, bring it back 7, that's 12, add the field thing, so let's bring it back 8, yeah,
22
23 yards.
Okay, now the story of the game right now is containment. Line drive. And it's going to be caught up in the wind. That's going to bounce around a little bit. It's going to be taken by number 7, who had the kickoff. That guy's dangerous.
He certainly is that, and I'll tell you, I don't like what the containment guys on the end of South Portland doing. They're going in 10 yards in.
Yeah, they're too close in. We got to spread it out.
This guy has made the outside every single time we've kicked the ball to him. You've got to stay out there.
We definitely got to spread it out. We got a riot down on the field. Can't see who it is.
Matt Orlando really got out there. He's the one that played the containment on that because he knew he had to stay out there. I'll see if I can get a number down there if we can see who it is, but right now the crowd's all around.
Is that Matt Orlando down there?
It might be because he was the one in on the tackle pushing the guy out of bounds, and there was some tumbling and rolling down there when he went down.
We got a South Portland player down on the field as Coach Zinchuk comes on, and you know what? I think it's Matt Orlando. I don't see him anywhere.
Well, this is, of course, a big blow if Matt goes down. Joey Heslop is the backup quarterback, and I actually thought he was going to be the starting quarterback this year, and Matt really got the job because of his outstanding play. But we do not want to lose Matt Orlando in a game like this.
It's kind of tough to...
yeah, they're going to clear him out a little bit now.
It's kind of tough to put the... he's up on his feet.
It is, Matt. He's up. He's walking all right.
He's good. He's walking off.
I
don't know if I'd want my quarterback on the kickoff return. I mean, a kickoff team, you know? It's like...
Well, hey, he plays defense and everything.
I know, you know.
He's out there the whole game, Matt, and he's a durable guy. And right now, he got a little shook up, that's all. Fortunately, it looks like he's okay.
Oxford Hills, again, the kickoff return has been a weapon of theirs as they're going to give themselves excellent field position with a minute, just 1 minute left here and a half, Mike. A lot of things can happen out there.
Somebody's going to have to be back. Remember, we're losing Matt Orlando in the coverage, all right, in the secondary, and they're going to probably go to the air. We've seen that he can roll out well. And
yeah, but we got Chris Lavigne back there who's got some good legs.
Lovelace is going way out to the right.
Watch for the quarterback to go to Lovelace. Excellent first half of football as the quarterback is going to roll to his left. He's going to hold on. There's Bo Bozine.
He was across the line when he threw the ball.
Bo Bozine put tremendous pressure on the quarterback and messed him up just enough so that he could not get a pass off.
I'll tell you what, that's the name of the quarterback there. Oh, Mowat.
Mowat.
Yeah,
Mike Mowat.
And he's a little reckless with the ball. If I was the coach, I wouldn't want him throwing that ball when he's on his way down like that, and, with his white shirts out there.
56 seconds left here in the half, which is an excellent football game, score-wise.
Yes.
Score-wise, anyways. I mean, we've done a good job moving the ball around.
Well, Oxford Hills has kept us from scoring a lot of points, though.
They have. Excellent. Dan Sears
makes a shoestring tackle.
That was a touchdown saving tackle right there on a guard trap by T.J. Reese. And Mike, you know what it is? We spread out. We're not in regular defense right now. You know, we're playing a little bit prevent.
I hate prevent, Mooch.
I know.
Play your regular defense. They ought to be blitzing with Rusty Rutherford in there. Play your regular defense because that's what's dominated this game so far.
Timeout, Oxford Hills. Oxford Hills is going to take their second timeout. Actually, that is their first timeout, Mike. With 43 seconds left in the first half.
Oh no, it was incomplete pass.
It was an incomplete pass. So a nail-biting first half for those of you watching.
Well, I'll tell you, folks,
I don't have any nails. I can't afford to bite them anymore either, Mike. But I do grow them out a little bit after football season.
Well, we've got a minute here. Let's talk a little bit about, we got a nice place up here in the booth. It's a little tight, Mooch. Got a nice spot, a good view up here. Bill Yanian's our cameraman. Al McLean, who is usually up here doing all of our technical work, is doubling today as a field cameraman. And he's down there. Matter of fact, he's getting his bell off. He's getting ready to come over and make sure everything's been going all right.
I'll tell you what. Really, this is really evenly matched right now, Mike. And
only in the score-wise.
Only in the
South
score,
has shown the ability to dominate this game, but Oxford Hill has made enough plays to keep us from dominating the scoreboard.
This is where you can't let the big play hurt you, because that's the only way that Oxford Hills has gotten their touchdown, is they're going to have 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Quarterback hides it well. There's the throw. It's out there. Number 7.
Chance for field goal now, Mooch.
36 seconds left as the quarterback rolls to his right and hits Lovelace in the flat as he comes back to the ball.
I've got to question, I think, the wisdom of putting Ryan Sprague in the game at defensive end. I watched him then, and as soon as Mowat tried to swing out around him, he could not cut and make an adjustment. He had the play nailed, and then just as soon as Mowat made one simple cut went out, he had to almost hobble twice there to get himself turned around and head out there.
This is an exciting first half of ball here, guys, as Oxford Hill is making it interesting as they drive all the way down to the Riot 11-yard line. The Riots are in a 6-5. Hand off to Reese, and he's going nowhere.
Absolutely nowhere.
Timeout is called on the field again by Oxford Hill. 31 seconds left.
Art Dickey, Bobo Zine, Ryan McLeod, Pat Lyons, everybody was in there in the tackle. Again, South Portland defense got to come up with a big game here to make a stop. There's really a couple of big plays, a couple of nice big plays. First of all, the kickoff, which we have had trouble with them the whole time. And second, really a good pass play by the quarterback, Mike Mowat of Oxford Hills, has kept them really rolling here now.
He's been the catalyst right now so far, Mike, is their offense, because that's the only way that they're going to get in the end zone here is they're going to have to string it out. And Mowat's going to have to carry the ball or handle the ball at some point. You're going to have to get him in a position where he's waggling, as they call it. You know, he's looking to pass, the play action, you know, and the opportunity to run the ball like he's done so effectively. We need to stay home defensively and string it out. That's all.
There's where we're going to have some situations here where Ryan Sprague, who a senior, injured knee, wants to be in the game, but he has to find a way to keep Mowat tucked inside that pocket so he cannot get out around.
Oxford Hills, second and 10 from the 11-yard line. Mowat, he's going to be tackled. He's going to be pulled up short. I mean, Reese, he's going to pick up about 2 yards, I should say.
Don't care too much about the little ones, which we probably stop them. If the one pass that can go in and score the 7, you've got to keep them from the big play.
Oxford Hill's going to use their last time out.
Yeah, we're down to 24 and a half seconds on the clock now, and South Portland really, the way Oxford's going, they could have 3 more plays. South Portland's got to stick it out for 3 more plays.
Man, I'm having flashbacks of 96. You know, I mean, Lawrence, we score, Lawrence drive down the field, you know, and we had defensive stands. What do we have? 3 or 4 defensive stands right against Lawrence to win the state class. This is that's right.
And again, it's big plays for them, Mooch. They're able to move it on big plays.
I don't think you're going to see, Mike, a field goal attempt here. I just don't think you're going to see it. You know, I think you're going to see him try to run 2 plays using Mowat's ability to scramble, pass and scramble. I think that's what you're going to see. I don't.
I'd have to think about it if I'm the coach, though.
Yeah,
at halftime against the South Portland high school team with the lead, even if it is 10-9, might be a big thing. But you're right. If I was him, I think I'd be looking for 7.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. I don't think there's a tremendous amount of confidence with their, you know, kicking game, that field goal attempt. I think they want to get points on the board because they know that, you know, 3 points is only going to give them a point lead, and they're going to need more than that to win.
I think you're going to need Rusty Rufford right here. He's done a great job all year rushing the quarterback in situations like this. He's going to have to put some heavy pressure.
Yeah, I think.
He's got to come in on a blitz.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I think we're going to have to look for blitz and stunt right now. We're going to have to look at Rutherford going for the quarterback all the way, man to man. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7. This is exciting, folks. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a counter. It's a handoff. It's going to be a throwback. That's a poor throw.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that time Ryan Sprague did his job. As he stayed home, he doesn't have the ability to make a lot of cuts, but he got there and made sure he was in his
They are going to try a field goal. I'll tell you what, Pat Lyons put a hurt on Lovelace, number 7, right there. Did you see that?
Pat Lyons,
he made him pay for that one.
Ryan Sprague was the one that contained that, but then Pat Lyons just leapt at him just before he released the ball and nailed him good.
He had a receiver out there, too, but just too much heat on it. I can't imagine trying to such a razzle-dazzle play down there. I just can't quite figure that out. And Oxford Hills is going to go for a field goal.
They're going to go all out. Riot's going all out here. They've got to stop this kick.
Here's a snap. It's a good one. There's the kick.
Nope. Yeah. It's good.
It's good.
They're going to go over the lead, Mooch.
Oxford Hills kicks the field goal to take a 1-point lead here at the half. You know, I got to tell you, it was all set up, Mike, by that kickoff return again. The kickoff return's been a weapon for them.
Coach is going to take his suicide squad in. He's going to say, look, I need containment on these guys. You drive them back to the middle. You do not give them a 10-yard lane out there on the sideline. Lovelace has burned his flat. All 3 times he's run well. Him twice and Reese once. They burned us with big run backs on the kickoffs.
South Portland will get the ball back here with 15 seconds left in the half, trailing by 1, 10-9. We've seen it all here, folks, today. We've seen 99-yard kickoff returns, 2 field goals, 1 touchdown by the Riots.
The Riots have shown that they can move the ball. I expect them to really come out, cranking it in the second half. I really believe that, Mooch. I think we've shown what we can do on offense. What we've got to do, though, defensively is pick up some of these oddball plays that Oxford is throwing us, because they're going to just do everything. Everything comes out of the playbook now. Like you said, they've got nothing to lose against us. They see that we can push them all over the field. So now they've got to come out and just find a way to put points on the board and see if they can keep pace with us.
We can do that. You know, we definitely can move the ball. We just can't give Mowat the quarterback. He's really been the player. It's not been Reese. It's been Mowat.
Mowat is the one giving us trouble. And, again, we have an injured Ryan Sprague out there on defensive end. He's having a hard time adjusting out there. The last 2 plays he did really well, though.
Riots are going to get the ball here, and it's just going to be a squib kick, which it is. Got to get on it.
Now call your last time out.
We got time for 1 play here.
Those are our hands people down there. They ought to be able to pick the ball up, but it is kind of bouncing. Off this turf, it bounces with a lot more energy than it does off the grass.
Yeah, oh yeah, it does. It's, you know, because leather on turf just spins. With grass, it can just die. If it's slippery, it just dies.
That's right.
Doesn't happen here. It bounces. It's a different bounce, a funny bounce.
We've got some good boys up there in that second line that can receive the ball and run with it. They just got to start getting a sure handle on it and go for it. Nothing fancy here, probably, Mooch, huh?
Now, my guess is to give it to Tobias and see if he can break one.
Yeah. On a delay, covered well by Oxford.
That's going to be the end of the first half.
Yeah, we'll let the clock run out now.
And Oxford Hills is believing, but the Riots, Coach Wolfram, as we know, Mike, he's just phenomenal at first half adjustments.
I don't think he's that concerned. His kickoff team's got to show up, and his two defensive ends have got to find a way to control Moa. You fix those 2 things, and you're back in the
I think we're good to go. And that's going to do it for the first half, and obviously a very exciting one as South Portland trailing by 1 point. We'll be back. Hey, welcome back, everyone, to the second half of the Class A state football game here at the University of Maine Orono. Mike, I'll tell you what, everything you ever wanted to see in a half of football, we saw it. I mean, it looks like a little bit of a college atmosphere here because we are on the college campus. Artificial turf, all of that, high stands, and two excited football teams with Oxford Hills holding a 1-point lead. And that, of course, the scoreboard is the one that counts the most, Mike, and we've had our way offensively in the first half, and defensively we've played very, very tough, but Oxford Hill is clinging on to a 1-point lead.
Oxford Hill is definitely a big play team, Moach, there, and they're getting most of their extra surges on big plays. They've gotten down close now for field goals. They have not been able to punch a touchdown in off their offense.
That's right, they've not. The big play has happened for them, and after we score our next touchdown, okay, and we take the lead, it's going to be crucial for us to contain, you know, the kamikaze unit, as we know them, the kickoff team. It's important to contain because that's really the only way that they've scored. They got, of course, the huge kickoff return, and then there was a let up on the second after we kicked our field goal, let up on coverage and gave them excellent field position at the 45-yard line with a minute left in the half.
That's right. We never should have given up those 3 points, and worst of all, we never should have given them that many yards on the kickoff return. The kamikaze squad is one adjustment they got to make. The other adjustment is the defensive ends have got to control Mowat, keep him in the pocket, not let him get to the outside where he's got pretty good speed to run. And he also throws pretty well off that run.
I think he's a better runner than he is a passer.
Oh, but yeah. He's throwing some pretty good-looking balls, Coach.
That is the key, and we've known all year and for many years, if you will, the fact that John Wolfgram and coaching staff, they do an excellent job at making the necessary adjustments at the half to come back and contain the opponent in the second half, Mike.
Yeah, I really have a lot of faith in what they can do. We don't know the Oxford Hills. The adjustments that they need to make are numerous, though. We have really run up the middle. We've run around the sides. We are dominating the line of scrimmage, but we're not scoring points. That's the problem.
Right. I'd say we probably have, and I'm being conservative, we probably have 150 to 200 yards rushing so far. You figure, we've had 3 long drives, probably 40, 50, 50, 60 yards apiece.
And Tobias has got 150 on his own end.
Oh, yeah, sure. So we need to move the ball. I think the only way for us to not come out on top here in the second half is for us to hurt ourselves. And we're going to get the ball back off to the left side. We're going to have the wind to our back in the fourth quarter.
I'll tell you, the big hurt
of course, was the first drive, which we just looked dominant. And then we got the 15-yard penalty, which wouldn't have been as bad if you hadn't fumbled the ball the next play. And that really stopped it. Other than that, Mooch, we would be up right now by 6 points.
That's right.
Okay, because it would be, or 5 points, because it would be 15. No, 16. That's right. It was 6 points. It would be 16 to 10. So that was the big, really the big mistake that we made there. Oxford Hills has not been able to really score touchdowns on our defense. They have been able to move the ball somewhat, though. And I think we can control that if we control Mowat, keep them inside the pocket a little more. Don't let them get out there running around.
Yeah, I think the only reason that they ran the ball, Mike, on us that last half, that last drive of the first half, is just that we were playing prevent, if you will, and we were a little unsure as to what they were going to do. But when it comes to just regular game time situation, I think we can continue to shut them down. And the Riots are going to get the ball back here to start the second half, and we've got Matt Tobias in the middle. And Matt himself has had a couple of huge kickoff returns this year. And we got, looks like Robbie D off to the left and Brandon McCrossin to the right. And I don't see Rusty Rutherford out there. And usually Rusty's back deep on the kickoff return. Oxford Hill's going to be kicking into the wind, and they've not really kicked it to our strength. They've just kind of given a little dub kick, and that's exactly what they do again.
This time, just picked right up that time. Good. Nice job.
I don't see who has the ball.
It's
Rusty. That's where he was. And
we won him.
I couldn't see him. That was you know what? That was great coaching. You know what they did? Is they brought Rusty. They brought him up into the first core of receivers there, and he got the ball.
That
was excellent. Excellent coaching. The Riot's going to start out with excellent field position. Right at two yards shy, Mike, of midfield, and that's exceptional.
That's the first adjustment we've seen the coach make there. They're not going to kick the ball to Tobias, who's the big threat. What they don't know is that Rusty can run.
You know what? I bet they didn't even know that he was there. First time today that we're seeing twins right. Orlando, handoff to Rusty Rutherford, and he's not going to get any yardage there as he's trying to get lost in the midst of linemen.
We were trying to do a little bit of a stunt, show that we were like maybe pulling our guards, and even Vickerson was pulling out, looked like. And Rusty got tangled up in that mess and was never able to get on track. There was a hole there for a minute, but he was never able to get on track.
And that's the thing. It's got to happen so quickly. The execution has to be so well in order for him to break the line of scrimmage. And then once he breaks the line of scrimmage, and that's when it becomes really exciting. Again, we got twins to the left. We got Davini and McCrossin is in the slot. I formation, 2nd and 10 Riots. Actually, 2nd and 9. Hand off to Tobias up the left side. He breaks free, still on his feet, still moving. Picks up the first down. That was just pure strength there by Matt Tobias.
Matt Tobias will not be denied here today, and he is just excited, I think, to be out there on this floor, and he will not let his team go down. I know he won't. He's going to score a touchdown here today. Another one on this drive. And
they really,
on this drive, we're going to score a touchdown.
They really had him stopped, too. You know what? They had him stopped at the line, and he just was, the power that young man has, very strong, just kept going.
He broke the initial contact, then he hit the hole, and then broke the next couple of contacts.
Twins right. Riots, 1st and 10. Orlando. Hand off to Tobias. Actually, it's Rutherford. He's still on his feet. They're going to mark the forward progress at about the 41-yard line as Rusty's going to lose 3 yards, but still we got excellent field position.
Yeah. Again, that play is just not going right now, Mooch. Probably need to go away from it, to be honest with you, because it looks like they've really zeroed in on that, because we heard Sanford with that play so bad later in the game last week, and it looks like Oxford says that must be one of their big ones.
2nd and 12. South Portland at the 42-yard line. Again, twins right. Orlando the quarterback. Pitches to Tobias off the left side. There's a lead block by Rusty Rutherford. That's an excellent block by Rusty. As Matt's going to pick up about 7 yards, get back to about third, it's going to be 3rd and 5.
36-yard line, and they put it down.
That was an excellent lead block by R squared.
We're in 2 down territory again. We got 2 plays to make, 5.5, 6 yards.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're in 2 down. You know what? With the wind going into the wind, a punt would actually put the ball inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, especially if you kick it up high.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Here it is. 3rd and 5. Actually, 3rd and 6. Orlando's going to roll to his left. He's going to be hit. He's going to be knocked down right at the 43-yard line.
Again, Matt, that's the second time we've seen him not pay attention to what the defense was doing coming after him. He should have made his decision and tucked the ball and run.
Oxford Hills defense, good pass coverage back then.
Yeah, nice job by Oxford Hills defense.
And this is going to be the first punt of the game, and this is where we're going to have to get some good field position and contain.
They've got good speed side to side, Oxford Hills does, on their defense, Mooch, from what I've noticed. We seem to be able to run straight at them and overpower them a bit.
It looks like we got a little bit confusion here. I can't, you know, you got to be in there. You got to be out there.
Ooh, look, Coach just about took Frank Pickerson's head off. Said, no, you don't go out there.
You got to be ready to go, guys.
Well, we could hurt ourselves, Mooch, if we keep making plays like that, right?
Here's a snap by Dickey. It's a good one. Here's the kick. It's into the wind. It's held up.
Nice job holding it there so it didn't go backwards any further.
That was a great job by, who was that? Can't see who it is.
Danny.
No, it was Sears. Yeah, it was a great job. No, that was McCrossin.
Yeah, it was.
It was a great job. You know, that ball was close to hitting that Oxford Hills player as well.
Well, again, South Poland, really, they're the ones that look like they got the jitters here, Mooch.
We have some jitters out there.
You're right. You said it earlier. You thought it would, and I didn't think we'd have it coming in here. But South Poland, especially the offense, seems to be the ones that are a little concerned, a little shaken out there right now.
Second half just underway. 8:39 left in the third quarter. Oxford Hills 10, South Portland 9. First and 10. Oxford Hills at the 23-yard line. Handoff to Reese. He's met at the line of scrimmage.
Ryan McLeod stepped up and filled that hole beautifully with a nice tackle.
Excellent job by McLeod.
They have not allowed Reese to get on track here, as we see that he can be a dangerous runner. We've seen him on the kickoff when he did that one kickoff. He ran back about 35 or 40 yards.
Again, on regular play situation, Mike, our defense has just played very, very strong.
Yeah.
Again, apart from the couple runs by the quarterback, Moat, that's really all they've done offensively.
Well, let's see if an adjustment made, because Sprague's the one having trouble with the rollout. He needs to control the rollout.
We got two ends split here. Handoff to Reese again. He's got some running room this time. He's going to pick up, about 5 yards.
4 to 5 yards.
It's going to be a big third down situation here.
South Poland still controlling it pretty well. There's some holes down there, not big ones, and the South Poland defense is filling it. Third down. This is a big third down here, Mooch. They need to put a stop here right now, make them kick the ball back, and next time they got to march down the field and not make mistakes.
That's right. What we got to do is we got to play. We're playing. The wind is in our face. We've got to play even football here in the third quarter, or at least score, but hold Oxford Hills down. Moat pitches to Reese on the right side.
Nice job out here on the end.
Depends on where they spot it. He may pick up a first down.
He's going to be, I think he's going to be about a yard short.
He's going to be inches short. It's going to be fourth down, about 4th and 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brandon
he's 1
McCrossin
yard
did
short.
a nice job to turn that in, and that was, I think it was Joey Heslop to come over and finally made the tackle. But a nice diving tackle and nailed
It's
him.
4th down, and it's 4th down. Oxford Hills. Now they are going to punt. I was going to say.
Yeah, they got a 1-point lead. They're playing well right now. His coach doesn't want to make a big mistake here.
They're kicking with the wind.
Yeah.
Watch out for the fake. Number 30 is the fullback.
Yeah, Matt and McCrossin need to get back deep and then come in on the ball, because that ball's going to carry someone.
That's a high snap.
Oh,
it's a high snap. We got to get on him. There's the kick. It's a good kick. Taken by McCrossin off the left side.
South Poland with good field position here, but boy, a bad play could have been worse.
Bad snap. I don't think we had return set up the whole way, guys, so we had no pressure, no pursuit.
Matter of fact, you saw it was Ryan Sprague.
Again,
remember, his mobility isn't strong, so he did what he needed to do. He squared off and made sure the kicker at least didn't run with the ball.
Again, all the breaks, right, Mike, so far they're going Oxford Hills' way.
They are. They're having it their way, but they're making some of their own breaks, but we're making some breaks for them, too.
They are, but everything is going the Oxford Hills' way in terms of the little things. And sometimes it's the little things that kill you.
Sometimes you're right.
6:35. What do we got? We got a delay of game. We got a penalty. Flag is thrown.
Yeah, we're waiting to see, and delay of game is the first one you think of. Although
Yep.
I thought they got that off pretty good time, but nope, that's what it is. Illegal procedure.
Again, the little things are hurting us right now. We got some jitters. 6:33 left here in the third quarter. South Portland trailing by 1. Very stubborn Oxford Hills football team.
Well, when we come in here, I told you, I've got cousins that went to the school, and the one thing about Oxford Hills that my cousins always said is, you never know. They're a tough bunch of kids. They might not have the best talent in the world, but they don't give up, and they don't get down on themselves.
2nd and 15, Tobias off the right side. That's a face mask.
No flag.
That's a face mask. I saw that, made that call. That's going to be That's going to be first down. Is that? I don't know if an automatic
I didn't see a
first
flag.
down comes with that. No, I did.
I don't see a flag on the ground.
He just picked it up. Face mask. Trust me.
I'm trusting you. I really am trusting you. Yeah.
That's
there
a
it goes,
15-yarder, boys. That's a first down.
Good call, Mooch, on that play. As I didn't, it was just I had my binoculars on. I saw the face mask, but I didn't see the flag go down. First down. South Poland finally gets one of those breaks. That's the first mistake Oxford has really made, isn't it?
That's true.
It's the first mistake that they've made. I mean, they've not been able to move against us sometimes, but that's the first mistake they've made, and that's a big one. As they really had made a big defensive play and pushed us back, and then make that play.
Oxford Hill side making some noise. Their defense is fired up. Power I formation. DeBias handoff to Rutherford, and he's nowhere. Oxford Hill's defense playing with some intensity right now. We need a couple of big plays here to break their backs.
Hey, I'll tell you, Rusty has got to be disappointed. He just wants to get out there and gain positive yardage so bad, and they are all over that play, Mooch.
They are.
We've run it 7 times, I think, in the game, 6 or 7 times, and it has gone for naught. Well, he got about 4 yards at one time, but he just powered his way through.
This is an exciting Class A football game, folks. State championship coming from the University of Maine Orono.
And Oxford Hill,
second and 11. To hand off to DeBias. He's got some running room, holds on to the ball. He's going to pick up about 5 yards, get to the 35-yard line of Oxford Hills.
Nice job by Matt. I'll tell you what, Oxford Hills guys must have big hands, because I have never seen somebody grab Matt and be able to hang on to him like that. And they've had that happen 4 or 5 times where somebody's grabbed him on his arm.
Matt's done a good job to hold on to the ball.
They must have huge mitts down there, Mooch. I mean, to be able to grab him and hold him, they got to be strong boys.
I'd say we got to look for the pass this time, Mike. We got to air it out here.
Well, they've done 2 plays to make the first down, Mooch.
Yeah,
again,
we're not in 2. Yeah, we're not in 2 down.
We need to open it up.
3rd and 7. That's offsides. That's going to give us a 3rd and 2. Now we're in 2 down. Now we're in 2 down, Mike. Now
I like run whatever play you want.
Now I like our chances. 2 plays to pick up 2 yards. Dead ball, foul, offsides, encroachment actually.
Orlando has shown the ability to do that to teams all year long. He has pulled them offsides on numerous occasions, especially in big plays. You get them on edge, you're making a move, they want to really get after you, and he finds a way to just mix up that cadence enough to get them to jump.
Third period is going by quickly. Just under 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Now Poland needs to get it back here.
3rd and 1. Power I left. DeBias, left side, running room. Still on his feet, holding on to the ball, pressing forward. Goes down to the 21-yard line.
Boy, I'll tell you what, we should be doing better against this Oxford team, which they're not good tacklers.
This is where we need to punch it in. We need to be strength upon strength right now and win the line of scrimmage and give the defense an opportunity to hold, Mike.
Well, I'll tell you what, the offensive line has got to figure why the trap is not working for Rusty Rutherford, because that play would really take a little focus off of Matt, and Matt could then break that big one.
It sure would. Deviney's going to go to the left side. Again, it's going to be power football as we got Power I left. There he is. It's Rusty, but it's nowhere. As he gets to about the 12-yard.
I'll bet we got a
22-yard line. He lost a yard.
We got a net negative on that play of about 8 or 10 yards.
Yeah, that one is not working at this point. We need to open it up a little bit more here in order for that to happen. As I said, Mike, it's 3:56 left here. If we can play either score or play even football in the 3rd quarter and have the wind to our back, that's going to be very, very key for the 4th period.
I don't think Coach wants to throw here, but this is not a bad place to throw.
This isn't a bad,
play.
Absolutely. 2nd and 12.
Don't go downfield with it. Throw a short play.
We got Ryan McLeod's going to come to our right. My guess is Matty's going to roll to his left. He's going to stop.
That's it.
There it is. That's a great catch by Deviney.
That's a great catch.
Deviney's catching everything these days.
Deviney is a control receiver. We've said it, and they have not focused on him, but that's a great catch and a pretty good throw.
That was a phenomenal throw. I mean, that was a dart. He threw that where only he, in fact, could make the catch, and that was a great throw. One step back, boom, great
Coach
throw.
I'll tell you, he really has a feel for his team. You know that. He's conservative. He always has been. But he can make those calls, and he makes them always in the right place.
I think we got to take advantage of the wide side of the field here. Tobias. No. Tough defense. That's huge defense by Fumble. See, this is one of my fears, is the only way we're going to lose this ball game is if we beat ourselves, and right now that's exactly what we're doing.
We just beat ourselves on that play, Mooch. Nobody did it but ourselves. And he is getting a lot of attention out there, Matty Tobias is, but he's got the hold on the ball, and they are going for his arms.
They are. South Portland turns the ball over with 2:45 left in the third quarter, as they were definitely on the move once again.
I need to see an angry defense, Mooch. I need to see a real angry defense down there.
We need to see a turnover ourselves here.
That's right. They need to be in there. They've got to, and I think the coaches know that. They've got to start doing everything. Blitz, everything you can. Upset this offensive team.
Oxford Hills ball on their own 12-yard line. Moat back to pass. He's throwing it out there.
With the win. Nice job.
Nice play by Matt Orlando.
Matt Orlando says the guy grabbed my face mask, but the official evidently doesn't agree with him. So
great discipline by Matt Orlando.
Perfect
it was a
coverage.
hitch and go. You know, I saw that. It's funny because I talked to Coach Seahagen. I said, man, they were doing a lot of hitch and goes during practice, and that's exactly what Lovelace did. And we already know he's got some wheels. He did a little bit of a hitch, stop, and then he kept going upfield. Great discipline by Matt Orlando to stay with him.
Matt almost looked like he was playing safety in that situation, like he read that play coming at him, which means he was prepared for it.
2nd and 10, Oxford Hills at their own 12-yard line. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the quarter. Handoff to the big fullback. He goes nowhere.
Well, South Portland's saying, you guys ain't going to get nothing with your fullback, and we can't get nothing with ours. So
big play right here, 3rd and 11.
yeah,
South Portland looking to hold and get the ball back.
We need an angry defense. They got the wind going with them on the kick here, Mooch. That still means we're going to get the ball around the 50-yard line. So
Kind of nervous here, pacing back and forth. Of course, by the time we're watching
I'm a
this,
little nervous myself too, because the team, especially the offensive group, does not look like they feel confident in themselves.
this is where Moat's dangerous, as we know, and this is where we need to contain. We need to watch the blitz, and here comes Rusty.
This time Sprague's got
Sprague
him.
is going out there. It's the catch, and it's a first down. That's by the fullback, number 30, as they pick up the first down.
I'd like to know who's supposed to have him in coverage, because we had 3 white shirts, and they look like they're all standing there looking at each other.
Oxford Hills picks up the first down on 3rd and 11 as Moat hits his fullback in the flat.
Ryan Sprague doing a nice job that time. We talked about his injury.
Jake
but
Treadwell.
He's a senior, and he's out there and he's playing hard, trying to play through his injury. And that time he did have things contained, but somebody needed to cover the fullback on that play.
1st and 10, Oxford Hills at their own 26-yard line. 1:55 left in the third quarter. Fullback, that's great defense. Bo Bozine. Fumble. There's a fumble on the play. They're calling him down.
I think that's probably the right call. We hit him immediately.
Bo Bozine.
Rusty Rutherford in underneath the pile too.
Bo's had a phenomenal postseason, fantastic Western Maine final, and just huge penetration right there. Minute 35 left.
Like I said, I just
Clock
need
is
to
running.
see an angry defense down there. They have got to put the kibosh to this team. Don't let them score again. You know we're going to score points, Mooch. I mean, we can't make mistakes every
We can
single
score.
time.
Yeah, we can score if we can hold on to the ball.
We've got to make these guys really stop right now. They've got to stop right now.
2nd and 11. Here's the pitch to Reese. He's stringing it way out. Come up. You got to come up and make the tackle.
Yeah, Matt Orlando on the tackle. He's going to knock him out probably about 4 yards shy of the first down.
It's another big third down.
Let's make that about 6 yards shy.
3rd and 5. Oxford Hills at their own almost 31-yard line. Big play for the defense right here. 1:09 left in the third quarter. Riots
Reese has got some
trailing by a
speed,
point.
And they get their blockers out good. I'm kind of impressed with Oxford. They are no slouches.
No, they're not. I mean, we knew that we'd be, they'd be tough.
Yeah. We thought if we played like we did last week, we would probably run away with this game, and I think we would have. But we've made enough mistakes that we have not allowed Oxford Hills to get out of the game, basically.
Big play. 3rd down. Here's a counter. No, he spins off. Breaks loose. There's the counter, the inside counter.
And they're running just like we're running.
That's right.
That's right. They're making the plays.
We're in a football game, folks. 1:02 left in the third quarter. Oxford Hills on a counter, picking up the first down.
We had him stopped in the backfield and let him get away from us. And he just made yardage after that by running through tackles, spinning through tackles, I should say.
This is a fast third quarter as we're under a minute.
Nice job by the Oxford Hills. They are really playing some possessed ball down there against a team that really should be dominating them.
First and 10. Mowat back to pass. Here's the pass. Incomplete.
Yeah, again, Brandon McCrossin right there. That would have gone for about 4 yards, 5 yards. So nice coverage on by Brandon McCrossin.
Yeah, I think you're going to see him throw the ball 2 or 3 times, Mike, here to end the third quarter. They got their wind to the back. They got a little bit of breathing room. We need to stay home.
Well, we're on our heels, though, Mooch. I just don't like it. We're on our heels, even defensively. I haven't seen us starting blitzing enough, running enough stunts. I think we really need to turn it up a notch myself. Coaches know their team down there, and I'm sure they'll do what they can do, but I just don't see us turning it up like we should.
Second and 10, Lovelace. The speedy back is split way right. High formation. Hand off to T.J. Reese. The big back, Mike LeCon on him.
Yeah, Mike just kind of hangs on, drags him down. He'll be short of the first down.
We got time for probably one play, as it's going to be third down. Is it another third down? It is.
Another
third and 5.
Down, 3rd and 7.
3rd and 5.
I said 7. It's 6, actually.
I think,
I'll tell you, I think
you know
Reese
what
is
happened
hurt.
is
Reese is hurt.
Mike LeCon just pulled him over backwards.
And he rode his legs. That's
You
right.
know?
Yeah, he rode his legs.
That could be a big blow to the Oxford Hills offense.
Well, still to me, Mowat has been their big gun.
Yeah, he's been the difference in the ball game.
He is, absolutely. I
He's-
haven't heard that much about him. Reese is the guy we got most of
Yeah.
the information on, but Mowat is really, he's a force.
At this point, he definitely has been the difference in the ball game.
Going to send 2 guys out there to help get him off the field.
Never want to see anybody hurt, obviously, at any point. And
This kid's a top athlete.
this kid's a big athlete, a great athlete, and it's never good to see someone carried off. Senior playing in his last game, being a state championship. It's tough.
Let's hope it's just a sprain when he gets over there and he can walk it off. Right now, he doesn't seem to be able to put any weight on it, but I think that's because the coach is telling him not to. Matter of fact, look, one of them is just carrying the leg to make sure he doesn't.
T.J. Reese, captain,
Reese, the
senior.
warrior.
Actually, he's a junior. I'm sorry, he is a junior.
He's back next year. He's a warrior. There's no doubt about it. He has played one heck of a game so far. Okay, South Poland needs to stop.
Need to get the ball back here.
This
And
pesty-
they're going to get one play off.
Yeah, this pesky Oxford Hills team, we need to put a stop right here.
It's going to be the last play of the third quarter. Oxford Hills, 3rd and 6 from their 5. Quarterback rolls to his left. We got it. Bobozine's on him. There's the ball. It's thrown. It's overthrown.
Oh, nice job. That was, I think, Rusty Weatherman.
Riots are going to get the ball back
Danny
to start the...
Dan Sears, as he had 2 green shirts he had to tip the ball away from.
Another thing that's huge, making this an incompletion, is that Oxford Hills is going to get the punt with a wind to their back, probably pinning the Riots deep in their own territory.
Well, I think the coach had to think about that. He figured, let's run a pass play here, and with a little bit of luck, we either catch it and get a first down, or if we got a kick, we kick with the wind to our back. What we need is another bad centering pass.
Yeah, we need someone to pay attention to the punter. Make sure he punts it. Here comes Sprague.
Oh, that was almost. Look at that go. Let it go. Let it go. Well, he's got a wall over here, though, so it looks like he makes the right idea, right? The right
Cuts back
decision.
inside. That's Brandon McCrossin.
Oh,
Goes
Make
upfield.
the right decision, Brandon.
He's going to get to the 36-yard line. Brandon McCrossin, who makes the catch right about the 6-yard line or 7-yard line.
Matt Tobias, who made a great block.
Matty did make a good block.
And Brandon, reading the block, makes a nice cut.
It's gut check time. That's going to do it for the end of the third quarter. Riots getting the ball. Man.
Good news for Oxford fans. Reese is standing on his leg and put a little weight on it, but I'm not sure if he's out of this game or not. They're going to really work.
No, actually, they're working on his left ankle right now. But 3 quarters have been played here in the state Class A football game, and the Oxford Hills Vikings playing very, very tough. And the Riots right now, we've got a couple self-inflicted injuries here that have caused us to trail this game at this point by 1 point. Although we get the ball back, Mike, with excellent field position to start with at the 36 with a wind to our back.
I'll tell you, one of the adjustments we said we were looking for is the defensive ends to start controlling Mowat, and they have done that. He did complete 1 pass, but he was not able to get on track and run or scramble around and actually gain any positive yardage. So Sprague and Joey Heslop on the other side, both of them have made that adjustment. And I'm sure the coaches saw that and talked to him a little about it.
Reese is taping his ankle, having his ankle taped down there, which is indicating that he's coming back.
Now that's good. I mean, we want to win this game, no doubt about it. But you don't want to see a warrior like Reese go down, a top player for them all year, go down and not be able to finish the game.
Well, 12 minutes to go till gold ball for someone here.
This is exciting.
Riots, 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Wind to their backs. Orlando, handoff to Tobias. Big Mike LeCont's out there in front. Matty cuts back against the grain. Running on his feet, crosses over midfield.
He's holding on to the ball, too, Mooch. He's covering up big time.
And a flag is on the play at the end there. I don't know what we got. Art Dickey's indicating a penalty against Oxford Hills here. We'll see what it's a face mask, 15 yards to be tacked onto this one.
Remember, they're going after Matt's arms, and a lot of times you see him. He's covering the ball, ducking his head, and they're grabbing his mask because they're trying to bring him down.
Again, South Portland, now it's just a matter of hold on to the ball time as that third quarter, Mike, went through.
We got to figure, we
quickly.
fumbled the ball when we should have had 2 touchdowns.
Yes.
This game should already be in our control, and it's our mistakes that have kept it from being that way.
11:41, fourth quarter just underway. South Portland, 1st and 10 from the Oxford Hills. Here's the pitch to Tobias. Rusty Rutherford leading the charge. Matt still on his feet as he's going to pick up about 4 yards.
He chose not to follow Rusty's block. I think he probably should have that time.
Yeah, Rusty had some room there.
It was close one way or another, but Matt is just running like a man possessed down there.
Again, a lot easier to call from up here. 11:15 left. Oxford Hills 10, South Portland 9. A lot of folks, a lot of nerves. Good crowd on both sides. I'm nervous.
They're making me nervous. Score a touchdown, please.
High formation. Tobias. Big hole.
Now that time Matt met a guy that was big enough to keep him from going forward.
The good news is they marked
about a 3-yard pickup.
The good news is, the good news is they marked the ball a forward progress.
Right. So he still picks up about 2.5, 3 yards on the play.
We've got 3 yards to pick up. 2 plays to pick up 5 yards. I'm surprised we're not throwing the ball much here, but here's a good opportunity to do so.
Like I said, the coach knows his team, and we've always seen that. If he doesn't throw the balls because he thinks everything else is going to work.
Davini's going to go to his right.
Big third down here, Mooch. I think we need to get some good yardage.
3rd and 5, Orlando, the quarterback. Handoff to Tobias on the left side. He's got a hole. He trips. He trips up. He had some running room on the outside.
He's going to be a couple yards short of the first down.
It's going to be 4th and 1. Matty, he tripped up again. That's not being used to. That's turf toe, as we would call it.
Well, actually, one of the Oxford players did get a hand on a foot, too. But you're right. We've seen them stumble several times running with the ball. I like our chances with a 1-yard run. Don't you, Mooch?
Coach Wolfgram calling timeout. Yeah, I like our chances.
Not with Rusty because they've got that play nailed.
Yeah, you can't run the guard trap. We're going to have to string it out. We're going to have to run to the right. Have to utilize the wide side of the field is my guess at this point. Yeah. Wow. We got us a ball game, folks.
Well, I'll tell you remember these, and, really, it's good. 29 years since Oxford's been here. They've got the lead in this game right now. They've got to be proud of the way they've played and able to just keep us actually from scoring, and, of course, we made mistakes.
Yeah, we've got 3.
We've given up 2 touchdowns.
We should be up 2 touchdowns. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
You're right.
TJ Reese is up on his feet. Crowd responding.
Yeah, they're glad to see their best running back and ready to go.
Big play. If you're the coach, both coaches, you're telling, say, look, guys, this is what we've worked hard for all year. This is what we've practiced for. This is it.
Coach Wolfgang right now is saying, I want 1.5 yards, guys. 1.5 yards.
That's all we need for a first down.
Yeah, we don't care what the next play is. Right now, I want 1.5 yards. Get it for me.
Where's Mike LeCont? He's on the left side. 4th and 1. Tobias. He's got blockers. He's got blockers.
He's got the 1.5 yards.
He's going to pick up the first down.
Yeah.
Strength upon strength. We need it there. Riots get 4 more chances here.
I'll tell you, that's confidence. Your coach is saying, hey, we keep fumbling the ball. We're hurting ourselves, but our game plan is working. We are beating these people, but the trouble is we're not putting the points on the board.
We're not winning on the clock, and as far as I know, that's the one that counts.
Right now, that's right. Right now, the game ends. Oxford Hills is the state champion. South Portland's got all the yardage, but Oxford Hills is the state champion.
First and 10, Red Riots, ball at the Oxford Hills 22-yard line.
Score for me, please.
Jitters, that's what I got,
Yeah,
man.
take
I'm
some
about
of the
ready to
pressure.
throw up
Take
here.
the pressure off us up here.
One lone back. Orlando, here's a counter to McCrossin. Nowhere, he's still on his feet, trying to get away, can't.
Well, he got a couple of yards out of it, though, so now it's something that they've got to respect. First time we've gone to that well, though, today.
Yeah, it is. That's the first time I think we've run the actually, it's the second time we've run the counter, picking up 2 yards. It's interesting because if that one works inside like that close, it usually breaks. But it's a tough one to run. It's a tough one to execute that close.
Oxford, I'm impressed. They don't seem to be able to control Matt DeVias, but they seem to be able to control everything else. You know what I mean?
Yep. 2nd and 8. Riots. Power eye left. DeVias got some blockers, trying to cut on the inside. Gets maybe 2 yards.
Yeah, there was no hole there. Matt just tried to follow his block as far as he could go.
Actually picked up, so we got 3rd and 5. Mike, 2 plays to make 5 yards.
Absolutely. And there is no field goals or nothing here. We will be going for a first down or a touchdown, one or the other. But
Actually, field goal is a consideration, no doubt.
I don't think this time of the game.
Yeah, I didn't even think it though. But now that we're at the 23-yard line,
we get down to inside 3 minutes. Field goals will definitely be considered.
4th and 3, 4th and 4. Power eye right. Orlando rolling to his right. He's got McCrossin. First down.
First down. That's all that matters.
At the 12-yard line, he's got McCrossin in the flat.
Orlando with a nice throw to an open receiver. Good route by McCrossin.
He had McCrossin all the way, looking for him all the way. Davini was going into the corner, brought a defensive back with him.
Stay with that short passing game. I just love that West Coast football where you just throw the short passing game. We should be getting a first down out of this. They just haven't moved the chains yet.
Here it is, gut check time, guys.
Yeah. How many times? This is the 3rd or 4th time we've been down there. We scored 1 touchdown. No, 5th time we've been down there.
We've been inside the 25
1 touchdown,
times.
1 field goal is all we've come out of that. This is the 5th time.
Clock is running. 7:48 left in the ball game.
South Poland cannot be denied here. They have to make this touchdown.
1st and 10 from the 11-yard line.
This one's going to Rusty.
Power eye left.
Oh, he's not in the game.
DeBias. Let's go inside, Matty. Cut inside. He's running hard to the 4.
Nice run there by Matt DeBias. And you're right, I looked like he had a little something if he'd have cut inside, but he does a nice job powering himself up to about the 4-yard line. And again, excellent blocking, which we are just making the holes.
We're being tough on that left side, and we're going to run the strength. We're going to run behind Big Mike LeConte here for 3 more plays.
Jones over there. I mean, it doesn't matter which side they've gone to today either. Actually, they've done a good job both sides.
We've got Mike right now. We pick up 3 yards. We actually have 7 tries to get 5 yards here. 7 tries because we can pick up a first down. Go out, cut it up, Matty, cut it up.
Boy, what a nose for the goal line, huh?
That's close.
What a nose for the goal line.
No, they're saying it's right at the goal line.
Yeah, he didn't quite get over.
It's a first down. It's 1st and goal. We got 4 tries to make an inch.
Unless Rusty Rutherford has been injured. He is not at fullback right now.
I would quarterback sneak this thing 4 times. Quarterback sneak 4 times, Mike. I wouldn't hand off. No way. Sneak at 5, baby. Sneak at 5.
Mooch is practically out the window, folks. If you can see him.
6:37 in the ball game.
That's Matt Libby, who is in for fullback. He's going to
touchdown, Red Riots.
Matt Libby has come in for Rusty Rutherford the last 3 plays and has just scored a touchdown.
Who was that? We got a flag. We got an unsportsmanlike conduct. I can't even see who scored that touchdown, guys. Who was it?
Matt Libby.
Matt
36.
Libby.
He's been coming in for Rusty Rutherford at fullback.
And then we got a Riot down.
Yeah, we do. I
Looks
can't
like
see
he's
exactly who it is.
Looks cold. That's Matt DeBias, I think.
I think it is Matt DeBias.
Red Riots.
I don't think he got hit. He was going to run as a decoy on that play, and I think somebody came through the line and hit him.
It's one of the things I was talking to R Squared. I was talking to Rusty in the lounge this morning. He said one of the things that Oxford Hills has done, and they did a lot in the Eastern Maine final, was there was a lot of hits after the whistle. A lot of hits.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if Matt was hit after the whistle, but he was not in the play, so I don't even know why he was hit at all, to be honest with you. He's up
Yeah,
and
you know,
walking.
how could
got
he
shook up.
how could he be hit? You know what I'm saying? How could he get hit from
He
back
was
there? Of
7
course, we
yards
didn't
away
see
from
it.
the play. Yeah.
We didn't see it. Hey, that's another thing, a point I was thinking of this week, folks, and that's this. Sometimes we miss a tackle or a block. You know, we see this play one time. You know, and it's hard to capture everything. You know, people, college
Yeah.
commentators, pros, they see a play, Mike, 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
And then they can pick up a great tackle, etc., that kind of thing. But here we miss it. So obviously,
I wonder if they're ejecting this kid here, number 7. They are throwing him out of the game. He was the one that evidently made the late hit, the unsportsmanlike conduct.
number 7 is pleading his cause. Looks like he's out of the game. That's Lovelace, and that's huge. That's huge because he's been their big man player, big game player all day, and he's been ejected. It looks like, anyways, ejected from the game. And you know what? We're going to go for 2 here, Mike.
Of course, we got to, because that'll make them at least have to get the 7 points.
That's
to tie
right.
The game.
Interesting events unfolding before our eyes. For the first time, I've actually breathed a little easy here.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, the way our defense can play, and they have most of this game, yes.
The good news, we score, we're up 2. The bad news, they're only down 6 points. Touched 2 points. Brandon McCrossan, 2 points. Riots go up 17-10.
Oh, right as it going for South Portland now, folks. Out there, we have been waiting, Mooch. They have just been shooting themselves in the foot, but a picture-perfect drive this time, and no mistakes as they go in. Not only do they score the touchdown, but they get the 2 points.
That's absolutely, as you say, picture perfect, and it's really what we've done all day offensively. Now the key is, and our defense has definitely been holding, Mike. No, we're just playing tough.
Yeah, the defense now has really something to play for because they've got a 7-point lead. Oxford Hills, even if they run one back, will probably kick the point just to make sure that they don't waste a chance to, tie the game.
That's right. What we've got to do here, they're not scoring a touchdown, okay?
No.
What we got to do here is, Oxford Hills, you have to receive to the left. You can't be on the same side we kick off because no one's back there if you do that.
And not only that, but I was watching the suicide squad over there. They are jumping up and down. They are fired up. I expect to see a big play here.
Wow.
They have been made a kind of a mockery of most of the game here, and I think now's the time for them to really step
number
up.
7 is in. It doesn't look like he did get ejected because he's over there on the right side. We need to kick.
He may have been injured or something.
And T.J. Reese, I believe, is back with him.
Yep.
So we need to kick away from, if we could, picture perfect kick would be to Vinny to kick it way down here in the corner.
Boy, did he
And it's going to go to the same guy, Lovelace, and we've got Contain out there this time. Lovelace actually still on his feet. He fumbles. The Red Riots have the ball. Red Riots have the football. South Portland, 6:19 left in the 4th quarter. After scoring, Lovelace, number 7, the man who ran it back 99 yards, breaks to the inside, fumbles the football.
He was on his way again, too, Mooch.
Giving the Riots. He was on his way.
This time the coverage was better, but he was on his way again as he was really making some nice cuts. But South Portland knocks the ball out of his hand.
Giving the Riots the ball, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line with an opportunity to put a nail in the coffin.
Yeah, if we score here, Mooch, you're right. The coffin will be nailed down. Oh, my goodness gracious me. The only thing is, I hate to score because then we got to kick the ball back in.
South Portland, 1st and 10, power I, right, Orlando, he's the man, hands off to the other man, Tobias. Picks up 3 yards at the 29-yard line.
Again, Oxford Hills is playing a little better on the bias. They don't seem to be able to control him like they have Rusty Rutherford. For some reason, that play going up the middle of that guard trap has just not gone anywhere. But Matt has been able to run up the middle. And maybe it's the delay in it or something like that.
Another great advantage we have right now, Mike, is the clock is running. 6 minutes, just under 6 minutes left in the ball game. Riots with the ball. Big Frank Vickerson brings him up.
Our square, by the way, is not running a fullback, man.
2nd and 8 from the 30. Tobias, left side, cuts back to the right, still on his feet. Picks up 5 yards, going to get to the 25-yard line again. Clock is running.
Yeah, she'll be 3rd and about 3 yards. 3rd and 3 yards, and 2 plays to make 3 yards.
2 yards to make 3 yards. Two plays to make 3 yards. I am so excited. I'm getting my merds wixed.
My birds mixed?
Yeah. Woo! 3 yards to make 2. 3 times to make 2.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
2 times to make 3.
I formation. The bias. Get outside. Cut back inside. He's got the first down. Red Riots.
I love the way this guy is running. He just ducked. He saw that little bit of a hole, and he says, I'm not going to look for the big run. I'm going to look for the 4 or 5 yards and the first down.
Clock is stopped. First down, Red Riots on the move.
Oxford Hill has got to be worried now as South Portland finally putting it together, not making a mistake, and then Oxford Hill's making their first big mistake of the game and fumbling the ball, and South Portland just comes up with it and has a chance now to really put this game almost out of reach.
A lot can happen, as we know.
You better believe
With,
that. But still,
4
way
minutes.
too much time. Oh, well,
No.
4:42. That's still a lot of time.
4.5.
We need to score here.
It's definitely, we're a long ways from celebrating, but I'm feeling good. First and 10, Riots.
Matt Libby with the ball.
Matt
on
Libby,
guard
the
trap. It goes
guard
nowhere.
trap. You know what? Rusty Rutherford is out, Mike. And,
I don't know why.
I saw him take a shot down here on that last guard trap. He took a couple of shots, and he got up slow. And our squid has just had a phenomenal junior year. And timeout is on the field.
Yeah, I see Rusty's over on the sidelines. He's up. He's standing on his own over there, Mooch, but he may have taken enough of a shot where they just want him to kind of cool it here for a little bit.
Timeout is on the field.
Maybe they'll use him on defense or something when they come back out or something, just to...
4:25. You know, everything has gone Oxford Hill's way up until about 2 minutes ago, folks. And, you know, penalties were going against us. We had 2 fumbles. We fumbled the ball twice on what would be touchdown drives, kickoff return, you name it. Things were going their way, and we just hang in there. We just play with, consistent composure. And, man, I tell you what, my heart is beating like you can't believe.
Well, you know, I don't think that it's the end of the world if we don't score here, but if we don't score here,
right,
it really will give Oxford Hills something to play for. And they're already at a point where they're going to throw everything in the kitchen sink at you.
It's a good football game. Plus,
That's
Nick
right.
Sobey's mother told him if we didn't win, he didn't get Christmas. So this is for Nick. Power eye, left. Orlando, DeBias. He's running with everything that's in him.
Well, I'll tell you what, they are fired up down there. Both teams are mauling each other. I mean, clawing each other, everything.
Again, you know what? Oxford Hills is wisely using their timeouts because they've got a, you know, if they can hold here, which is what they're believing,
right,
they've got a very versatile quarterback that can get out of bounds and stop the clock. So they're using their timeouts, I think, wisely here, stopping it on defense.
That's right. I don't want us to think, too, over there. I'm worried, Mooch, with 3rd down and about 7 yards to go. I don't like us to think we don't have to throw the ball either. We got the wind at our back.
Oh, I think if
we need a first down here, right?
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Coach throws the ball right now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
we need to keep this game opened up just enough. He's only had to use Matt, throwing Matt maybe 5 or 6 plays all game, and it's always been in the right spot.
Yeah, you know what? I throw it here, Mike. Even if it's picked off.
I think so.
You know what? Even if it's picked off, you know, we don't. I know that's not a good, not even a good, remotely a good thought. But even if it gets picked off down that deep, you know, we got them in a good position.
Well, we're going to run 2 plays here anyway.
We're running 2 plays.
We've
got to get 3 yards right now, minimum of 3 yards to put it to 4th and 3. Power eye left, Riots with the ball at the 18-yard line. Orlando's going to keep it himself. He's going to run it. It's run all the way. Run, Matty, run. He's going to get 2. Yeah, it's going to be close to first down. That is a first down. That's a first down.
The officials are calling it.
Matty, you're throwing that one out too long on me, man. Turn that thing up and let the Jets go. Actually, he's short by about an inch.
Yeah, now that they've placed the ball.
Actually, it's about an inch and 3/8.
Inch and 3/8?
Inch and 3/8.
Yeah, but I feel much better now going into a 4th down play.
Oh, I like 4th and inches. 4th and inches. 4:07 left in the ball game. Riots scoring and going for 2 and taking a 17-10 lead.
I'll tell you, they got to score here, Mooch. I really believe that because I think then with 2 touchdowns, Oxford Hills can throw anything they want at you, and you can play them tough but make them work the ball down the field slowly. You know what I mean?
I agree with you. That's right. But you know what? They won't go down the field slowly. you know, because their quarterback is so versatile that he can pick up 30 yards in one play, you know.
We can force them, though, to use at least 6 or 7 different plays to get down there, and they've already used 2 timeouts. So they've only got 1 timeout to use.
Here it is, 4th and inches. Where's Mike LeConte? He's on the left side. He and Matty Jones and Ryan Main. I wouldn't be surprised if we even pull him off sides. Matt Libby, first down.
Matt Libby, that's his 2nd run of the game.
First
One
down.
was a touchdown, and this one's a first down.
That's huge. Oxford Hills gets a timeout by virtue of the chains being moved, but that's going to be 1st and goal, Red Riots at the almost 8-yard line. Clock starts.
Is a sophomore. Start in there right now, filling in for Rusty Rutherford at fullback. He's a sophomore, and he runs tough. I like the way he runs. He runs low, powers straight ahead.
Mike, if we score, I'm making my way down to the field, buddy. You're going to wrap this thing up, and I'm going to get ready to do some post-game.
You're getting excited, which I know you are.
Post-game interviews. Orlando, DeBias, huge hole to the 3.
Not quite, but he's going for it.
To the 3.
Again, Matt DeBias, what a nose for the goal line. He just sees it and just lowers his shoulders and drives for it.
3:16 left in the ball game. Red Riots looking to capture their 4th gold ball in the 1990s as the state champs of Class A football.
Has got 1 timeout left, I believe, and they have got to use that sparingly, so the clock is cranking. And that's their worst enemy right now. And if South Portland scores, and we've got 3 plays to do it.
1st and goal from the 3. Power eye left. McCloudy down. Orlando. DeBias pushes forward. He's in the end zone, baby.
Touchdown.
It looks close.
They don't want to call it
They're
yet.
calling him down.
Oh, they're going to put it on the 1.
Oh, that's good. You know what? I love it because the clock is running.
Clock is running.
The clock is running. Hey, Mike, I'm going to begin to wind this down for me because I'm getting ready to get down the field and do some post game.
We're going to go down. Mooch will be down on the field with Al, do a little post game.
Mike is
celebrating, and I'll stay here. Mooch.
Mike, it's been great. It's been great doing this year with you, man. We're going out as the state champs.
We're going to score a touchdown.
We're going to punch one in right now.
Let's do it. Libby DeBias in the backfield.
Orlando quarterback sneak, touchdown. Red Riots go up 2 touchdowns.
One official signals it, the other official gets tackled.
2 minutes left on the clock. I find it hard to believe that Oxford Hills could score 2 touchdowns in 2 minutes, but anything could happen. But I'll tell you what, folks, that's just a great turnaround, turn of events.
Boots can barely control himself.
Turn of events for the South Portland Red Riots coming out and taking control of the second half, just like we knew they would.
Well, they made
making
a lot
the
of
big
mistakes
plays
early, Mooch, and that's what kept them from being right where they are right now. And now they have not made the mistakes and perfected their game, and Oxford Hills made 1 mistake, and we made them pay dearly for it.
South Portland's going to go up here by 2 touchdowns as Davini gets set. Hey, guys, seniors especially, it's been great watching you the past 3 years. My hat's off to all of you. I'm proud of each and every one of you, as your folks are as well.
Ball's down. The
Ball's down. The kick is up.
It's good.
And it's good. And the Riots lead 24-10. Mike, I'll see you down on the field.
All right. Mooch is going to go down. He'll be down on the field, do a little post game with Al McLean. As South Portland now has gone ahead by 14 points in the last 5 minutes to take the lead over Oxford Hills, who led almost the whole game. Actually, they did lead just about the whole game. So now, South Portland now got to kick the ball back off to a very dangerous receiving group in Oxford Hills. They have just impressed us so much today in their ability to get the ball up the field on these kickoffs. South Portland now has got to make this coverage good, but again, with a fast field like this, I think that has kind of shocked the Red Riots just a bit. They have not really adjusted on the special teams like I thought they would. But the last time they certainly had good coverage. Lovell seemed like he was on his way. They made him fumble the ball. South Portland got their 2nd touchdown in a row. Has now gone up 24-10. Not really indicative of the way this game has gone all day, but it is indicative of how it should have gone if South Portland hadn't made so many early mistakes in the game. So Davini now getting ready to kick the ball off. And he's going to scribble this one, and then it goes right through one player's hands. Finally, it's picked up by number 30. He was the fullback, starting fullback for him. He's going to power up to about the 32-yard line. That was Jake Treadwell, and he's their starting fullback. As this time, South Portland doing the right thing. not kicking the ball down the Lovelace, and it's like we were out kicking our coverage is what it seemed like. And this time the coach says, hey, let's not do that this time. Let's just kick the ball a little shorter, make somebody else handle the ball, and we'll get the coverage down there and stop them cold. Okay, South Portland comes back out. Ryan Sprague at defensive end still, and has been playing an excellent second half after having a little bit of problems there in the first half. Ball flipped out now. Oh, picked up well there by Ryan McLeod as he just busted through, had that play covered well as they tried to screen to the left side, to the right side. The big change, I think, in this second half, folks, has been the play of Ryan Sprague and Joey Heslop on those defensive end positions, because they have managed to control this game and keep the quarterback, Mike Mowat, contained in that pocket, so they have not had them big gains with him scrambling. This time charge, oh, almost had him. And who was that? That's Matt Libby, and he's playing linebacker in here. And yes, he is. He is in. Rusty Rutherford evidently was injured enough on that one hit where we saw him getting up slow. He's out of the game, and Matt Libby is filling in for him, doing a great job. He's a sophomore, and so that means we're going to see him for the next couple of years, but it's a big thing to see him get himself involved in a state championship game like he is right here. Again, South Portland, 24-10. Oxford Hills, absolute desperation time. We got 1:21 seconds to go. Mowat back for the throw. He lofts it out there. I mean, now he's way high, and they are just now totally out of control, unable to do anything now. South Portland is right on top of their game. They've made all the mistakes they're going to today, as they are now going to finish off in grand style like we saw them last week against Sanford. Again, the defense, folks, has been just, I think, incredible today. They've let up a few big plays, which looked like it was keeping Oxford Hills in the game. But it was the offense making the mistakes, the fumbles, and the bad penalties that really gave Oxford Hill an opportunity to stay in this game. But the offense then came right back, controlled the last quarter of the game, and now are ahead by 2 touchdowns. Mowat scrambles out of the pocket. This is where he's dangerous. He's going to get run out of bounds finally by McCrossan, but after a good gain of about 17 yards and a first down. So Oxford Hill's not dying here. 1 and 10 seconds to go. He got out of bounds, stopped the clock. They talked earlier, we did get a report that they had made some agreements on the hash marks were going to be considered to be where the high school hash marks are. The agreement coming into this game by the coaches with the Maine Principals Association was that the hash marks would be the college hash marks. That was the complaint by the coach down there. And evidently didn't win it because we put in the hash marks. That was the big delay early in the game, if you remember. Mowat back to throw. This time he's going to be brought down by number 40, Pat Lyons, playing nose guard for South Portland. Pat Lyons fired up. Pat Lyons has just had a great year as he is coming on game after game. He's only a sophomore. This is South Portland putting some good, solid young players on the field, getting some experience that's going to pay big dividends next year as they come back out and are going to be now the defending state championship. As we can see with 1 and 1 second left to go, that Oxford Hills will not be able to come back and win this game. Again, we've got Mooch. I can see him down there. He's waving to the crowd, walking along. Getting kind of excited. He's looking for Al. Al's going to do some filming of the celebration down there. Mooch gets really excited down there. He's probably worse than the kids sometimes. Yeah.
In the parking lot of Oxford Plains Speedway when the team buses arrive there. The reception will be held in...
Actually, I think Rusty Rutherford, and from what I've just heard, Rusty Rutherford is wearing 36, so he is still in the game. He's changed jerseys because the sleeve got ripped off his jersey down there. And so that's why we see that he's changed with Matt Libby. So, sorry, Matt, although if that was you, you would have looked really good, guy. So Rusty is still in the game, so I'll correct that. Mowat back, he's going to do the screen, but that's picked up by Joey Heslop as the ball's thrown to number 30, Jake Treadwell, and goes for a negative 1 yard. exciting match here today, folks. As Oxford Hills really did everything they could. The problem was that they ended up making the one mistake late in the game that really put the game out of reach. And South Portland dominating all day long, but making mistakes kept them from getting the big score. Boat's going to swing out. This time he's going nowhere as Joey Heslop drags him down and out of bounds. We got 26.9 seconds. The clock is stopped on the out-of-bounds play. And South Portland, not a player down there, is really, at least the ones on the field, are showing any signs of celebrating just yet. They want to wait till this game is completely over. But they are going to do some celebrating. And now, Rusty Rutherford does come off the field. Wearing number 36. That was the confusion that we had earlier. But Rusty, we don't get that information up here. If I could have gone over next door to the coaches, I guess I would have found out. But we were kind of busy here. Okay, Oxford Hills, 4th down. Boat back, the pass, Heslop all over him, pulls him down and sacks him. That is going to be the end of the game, folks. And the clock now at 21.2 seconds will stop while the change of possession. South Portland will drop a knee, and this game will be over. And South Portland will have won their 4th state championship in the 90s, as they are truly the team of the 90s. Winning 1999 state championship in Maine. Next year, the year 2000, South Portland will go in to the new millennium as the defending champ. I see one of the coaches now that was up here in the booth. He's on his way over for the celebration. Everybody's kind of deserted us up here, except for some of the media people. Of course, they'll be up here to the end of the game, and I'll head down to the field as soon as we kind of wrap this up a little bit. Okay, South Portland takes over. Matt Orlando brings his team up. He's going to back and put the knee down, and that's going to be the end of the game, folks. There's going to be some celebrating, some handshaking. You see all the players getting ready to celebrate. The coach tells them to stay off the field till the clock runs out. Rightfully so. Everybody just down there. Ryan. Here comes the crowd, and they're going to rush the team in the middle of the field. And hopefully nobody gets hurt, but again, now that the season's over, not quite as critical, but we still don't want to see them get hurt in the melee. But you've got some real happy Riot fans down there as they've just gone out there and bombed their team. A dejected Oxford Hills team as they come off. They played valiantly going into the 4th quarter. South Portland finally ran down the field without making any mistakes, scored the go-ahead touchdown, ran the extra 2 points, knocked the ball out of Lovelace's hand on the kickoff, recovered the fumble, went down and scored the next touchdown, and the game was over. Oxford Hills, I think, 29 years, they haven't been back to state championship. I think they can hold their head high here, as they really kind of lost their composure, lost the situation a little bit at the very end. But right up until when the 4th quarter changed hands, folks, it was still undecided as to who was going to be the state champion this year. Not in our minds, because we thought the Riots always had a chance to come back. We were just a little concerned with some of the mistakes we saw, but they tucked them away and finished this game off in grand style. Now you can hear the cheers down there, the Oxford Hills people. They're silent, but I'm sure very proud of the kids down there. But the South Portland Riot group is just excited. Parents mixed in with students, just trying to enjoy themselves. I have a look. Yeah, I see Mooch down there. Yeah, Mooch is down there. Al's kind of doing a little interview. He's got some fans down there he's talking to. The coach is going around. Big hugs. Congratulations to each other, all the players. John Wolfram, he's finally got a great, big, huge grin on his face as he can relax now. The game's over. All the coaching, all the planning is done, all the preparation. We're going to have a gold ball ceremony here in a minute.
We're number one! We're number one! We're number one! We're number one! We're number one!
Hey everyone, you're seeing it, you're witnessing it live. South Portland Red Riots, and we're going to interview a few in a minute. South Portland Red Riots, Class A champions of 1999, going out their 4th gold ball. It's been an unbelievable ball game. Riots coming back strong in the second half and really controlling the tempo of the ball game and coming out with a 24-10 win. It was more of a convincing win than the clock indicates, the score indicates, but the Riots, 1999 state champs. Matt Tobias. Matt, what can you say, man, to the folks back home? 2 years losing the Western Maine final, and then coming here back today to win the Class A state championship in 1999.
We won it. That's all I can say. And we're bringing it home to South Portland tonight. We'll see it tonight.
You've run hard all year, had a fantastic senior year, and you're just an outstanding running back. Fantastic job.
Thank you. Hey, I got a great line out there. It's not too hard to, run through those holes. I can drive my car through those holes.
Great job, buddy.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, we're here with Bo Bozine. Bo, I mean, it's just had a fantastic playoffs. You were a force to reckon with last week, and this week you just came up big. Way to lead the charge. How you feel?
I feel great. We just won the states. It's how I expect to feel. I just came out here and I knew we had to lead the way. Defense is the key, and I don't know. I just had to shut it down.
You certainly did. If there was a game ball to give the defensive player, if I had one, man, you'd get it. You're just outstanding. You and Joey Heslop, just a great job. Way to end your senior year. Fantastic.
We watched the tape and we studied, and we... Man, I tell you, I can't study in school, but when it comes to football, I can get an A.
I was that way myself. Bo Bozine, great job. All right, Tiki, this guy's been a workhorse all year on both sides of the ball. And I had some little bit of frustration for 2 years losing the Western A finals, regionals, and come up here to win today. How's that make you feel?
I can't even explain how it feels. It's just so awesome. I mean, we came so close the last 2 years. Now we came here and we actually did what we had to do. Came back, kicked some butt. I'm just high on life right now.
Was there ever any doubt in the first half as to whether or not things were going to go your way? You seem to be moving the ball up and down the field, but didn't go your way as we had hoped. But in the second half, I mean, you just came together and played offensively and defensively, just took control like you did. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. That clipping penalty really hurt us, but we knew we were going to be able to move the ball all day because they were just standing up and making it easy for us. But
fantastic.
Can't even talk. I'm just so excited.
Our Dickie's been an outstanding two-way player for the Riots. Ends his senior year with a state championship and a gold ball. Hey, we're here with the Cowboy. Cowboy, fantastic finish in 1999. Was there ever any doubt? I mean, you're down 10-9 at the half. What did Coach say to you? How did it get you inspired to come back and have an incredible second half as you did?
Coach really didn't say any emotional things at halftime. He just said that we played a decent half. We just had 2 mistakes at the beginning of the game and that fumble and the counter crisscross. And at halftime, we had to pump ourselves up. We didn't have any emotions, so we just had to come out here and we took it. It was our
You certainly had your way offensively, or moving the ball between the 20s without ease, it seemed. It was just hard for things to, looking for that break to go your way. You guys put together a fantastic drive at the end to score the touchdown, then the big break on the kickoff. That was huge.
Yeah, we had it. We knew we were going to take it all the way.
The good news about the Cowboys, he's coming back next year, and he's had a fantastic year, both sides of the ball. Great job.
Thank you, Mooch. We'll see you later.
All year long at defensive end, if we ever needed you to step up, man, it was the last 3-4 minutes of the ball game. You were raising havoc on that quarterback.
I was trying to. He's a little kid like to run around.
It was. That's okay.
Yeah, the kick and fly. They played a great game. Came down the last 2 minutes.
That was definitely the key because he was really, giving you guys headaches on defense. But you guys contained him well in the second half. The last 4 minutes. Did he give you a personal invitation to come see him or what?
He must have. He wanted to come right at me all day after the second half. First half he stayed away, but
defensive end and quarterback Joe Heslop had a fantastic senior year and really outstanding playoff. Great job, buddy. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, we got the big guy. Can you tell who's bigger? Hey, Mike, fantastic senior year, fantastic ball game. What's this mean to you?
It means the world. Since day one, freshman year, coming out, working hard every single day, running down and backs, running hills, all for one purpose, to get the gold ball.
I know it's hard to believe this thing starts back in August with 2-a-days, and now here you are, state champs, after having two close calls for 2 years in a Western Maine final, and then coming here today. This must be so satisfying for you.
It is. It truly is. We just saved up that little ounce, put it away in the beginning, August 16th, first day of preseason. We took it all out today, left it all in the field.
Were they surprising to you to play as tough as they did in the first half?
Well, we knew they were going to come out strong. They're a big team. And just, kick teams were going to be a factor. And our lines match up pretty well. And Reese is a tough guy to bring down. He's really big.
Very tough back, no doubt, and quarterback as well. But you guys played very tough, very aggressive in the second half. Did what you had to do to turn this ball game around, come back from behind again, win the ball game, and go out state champs for 1999. That's awesome. Congratulations to you.
Prevails.
Fantastic. Big Mike LeConte. Good job, Mike. Hey, the man, the quarterback, the field general. Matty, how's this feel? Junior.
It feels awesome. It feels great. I'm lost for words. I have so much emotion I can't explain it.
I can imagine. I haven't asked anyone this yet, but how much of a factor was the turf? Did it play a big factor, you feel? Did you enjoy it? Or
At first, it it tricked me. I had trouble with my footing, but once I got used to it, I loved it. It makes you a little faster, a little quicker. Your cuts are just a lot more sharp, and I liked it. I'd play on it again if I had to.
Well, maybe we could get a bunch of guys to come up tomorrow to play, but Matt Orlando just had an outstanding junior year, and what a way to go out as a junior, but to win the Class A state championship. Very tough ball game. Very tough ball game. They came out very tough, very fired up. They take you by surprise at all?
Yeah, I think when they came and returned that kickoff, that just kicked us and we woke up, I guess.
And you guys have come from behind a few times this year, especially throughout the playoffs, but you did what you had to do to lead the charge in the second half, so great job, Matty. Looking forward to seeing you next year. Matt Orlando, good two-way player, great job. Coach, you got a second. Fantastic job. I mean, you guys made the adjustments. Your coaching staff's been known all year anyways, and for many years, so making the adjustments at the end of the first half. You moved the ball well in the first half, but just things weren't clicking, getting any breaks in the second half. What did you tell the kids at halftime?
Well, we got behind the 8 ball early when we let that kickoff be returned. They had a great plan, Oxford Hills, and they really came out and played. At halftime, we just told the kids, 24 more minutes. We got to hang in there. We played a good first half, except for the kickoff and the waggle play that they really got all their yards on. So, in the second half, we just came out, we're going to play our game, and we stuck with our game plan. And, well, who prepares better than John? Nobody does. And, that's really the difference. I mean, we just get kids in a position to play.
Absolutely. Great job, Coach Spence.
Thanks.
Here. And defensively, what kind of adjustments did you make there at the end of the first half? I mean, you're obviously moving the ball well against them, but defensively...
They were just getting outside with a waggle. The quarterback was getting outside. We shut down their counter game, and we shut down their power game. The quarterback just, was getting outside, and he made some good passes there. They never really moved the ball.
They really didn't. He was the catalyst. He got outside the pocket. If we couldn't contain him, it hurt us a little bit. That kickoff must have been a surprise, huh?
Yeah, that was a surprise. Yeah. That was a very bad surprise.
Not a good one. How do you feel the field? What do you think about the field? Was it as big a factor as a lot of people thought, or kids adjusted well to it?
I think we're going to have a lot of sore kids tomorrow.
Yeah.
I know Rusty at halftime, he said just the idea of pushing off it was like pushing off concrete.
Yeah.
He just couldn't get any shove, no give to it. He's pretty beat up. A lot of them are going to be very sore tomorrow.
Yeah. Coach, you've been a Riot for I don't know how many years now, and this is your fourth 20 years of Riot. Player, captain, coach for many years, and we won't talk about the number of years, but fourth gold ball, that's pretty special.
Yeah, 4 in the 90s. That is special.
South Portland Red Riots, definitely the team of the 90s. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Butch.
This is
good job.
Awesome. We're here with Coach Wolfgram. Coach is an outstanding second half, outstanding finish to 1990, fantastic postseason. What can you say?
Couldn't be better, Mooch. Couldn't be better. We really enjoyed the experience coming up here. We hung tough. We got behind a little bit in the early going, but the kids showed a lot of resolution, staying tough, and we're really pleased. It's just a great season, a great group of kids.
Fantastic. What a way to end the 1990s with a state Class A championship.
Unbelievable. We'll embellish this one for a long time, Mooch.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Coach Wolfgram. Hey guys, they're still celebrating here. It's hard to leave this field as the Red Riots. I mean, just ending a fantastic football season. They really pulled together as a unit, and things weren't going their way in the first half. Although they were moving the ball, a few fumbles against us, a couple penalties, but we came back in a strong way in the second half to win the Class A state championship. Fantastic.
just like money when it's gone, it hurts you so.